Welcome, everybody. We are live here at Keith's Bar and Grill in Mam, West Virginia, right here in Logan County, in the heart of the mountains, Billy. You know, here in the heart of the mountains, listen, pride runs deep, the people are tough, and, the stories are legendary, and that's what we hope to hear tonight. You know, we're going to have quite a few guests. We'll go over that, but very thankful for Keith having us here for our first episode of the Big D's Roadshow.
Absolutely, Darryl. I love coming over here. You know, me and you, we've been over here a lot. We've ate a lot. We've covered man games or been traveling in and out. They have great food here, and it's an awesome atmosphere. And I'm glad that Keith said, "Come on over. Let's get this show on the road." And I want it to be done, the first one to be done on ours.
Yeah, you take and look. Our friends. I come over here at least every other Sunday. Bring my family over. We play darts. We got. Well, we'll talk about the outlook here, but, it's the service you get and the people you get here. Jacob, Kaylee, Kate, Keith, the kitchen crew from top to bottom. You won't find a restaurant like this.
No, I absolutely love it here. And don't forget the dollar bills. We'll come back to that later, but don't forget the dollar bills here.
Yeah, listen, there's more dollar bills on these walls than they were my mother-in-law's desk drawer when she used to work her younger days. It gave me flashbacks here. When you sit here and look, this is one of them places that's embedded in the community, man. Right now, I would say it's probably 50-50. The people in here, part of them's probably out-of-towners, and part of them's probably people from right here in Man, West Virginia, and that's what makes this place so special. It's kind of a melting pot.
Yeah, like I said, I really love it. You can come in here, you can meet people from out of town. I just met this bunch back here. They're from Connecticut.
Yeah.
You got locals back here grabbing their dinner. It's just everybody meets up at Keith's when they come to Man, West Virginia.
Yeah. And I would say, I talked to them, I guess, about 3 years ago, and they said there's about $10,000 on these walls. Yeah. I'd say right now there's probably about 15, and there's some spots where they're $50, $100 bills, on these walls. God forbid, I always wondered, listen, what was the insurance plan? What kind of deal did Missy Birchfield at State Farm hook him up with? Because if his place burns, you're losing a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it had to be a really good policy, and I'm going to tell you something else too, Darryl. They must have a really good police force over here, too. This would not last where I live at.
No, listen, these guys right here, where y'all from, fellas?
Connecticut. They're from Connecticut.
Y'all from Connecticut?
Yep, they're eating.
From Connecticut.
Oh, some from North Carolina. Western North Carolina. He got me on that a while ago.
Well, listen, how people here from around here are from the mountains, there's a few things. If you've ever skipped school to go hunting and fishing, if you've ever been striped by your grandma's switch, or if you've stowed a Cadillac converter, that's three ways you can tell if you're from the mountains.
I did none of them, and he has no proof whatsoever.
But the thing I like, on these barrels here on our desk, my family, when we come, we always put $1 on the wall and we sign it, and you see the D&D Sports one over there to the right. But, I could stay in here forever and just look at the stories on the dollar bills. People say where they're from, what parts. And that's just really neat to be able to see. I think they said that they've had everybody, all 50 states and multiple countries represented on these walls.
Oh, yeah. Me and JJ was over here just the other day, and we was looking on here to see while we was waiting on our lunch, to see who we could find. We had a $5 bet who could find the farthest away.
Yeah.
From the farthest away. And I busted him with Alaska. I sure did. Alaska.
Well, that's the interesting thing. And if you look, they got like words spelled out with dollar bills. And this is just.
Some of them says, "Take me, Billy."
Yeah. Well, then I like the fact that they mix the culture here in the mountains in. They got pictures of coal mines, pictures of the Man Hillbillies. There's an Austin Ball up on the wall.
You can't have anything over a man without Austin Ball being on it.
No,
the legend.
Austin took and led man to a state title back a few years ago. Yeah. So that's his jersey, his picture up there. This is just, it's really neat to see the culture in here. And that's why Keith's, it's so important for us to come out and support people like Keith's Bar and Grill, Billy, because when we do ball games, Keith is one of the first ones that steps up and says, "Hey, here, let's make sure this ball game gets seen and these kids get that spotlight."
Yeah, I can literally say this about Keith. I have yet to come by for him to sponsor a game, baseball. Sometimes I don't even tell him what game it is.
Yeah.
And he's there. You know what I mean? And Keith the hustler. It ain't like he's actually getting out to a lot of these games. He's here in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he busts it. But he supports the youth in this area.
Yeah, this area here, the interesting, when I grew up in this area, when my mom and dad got a divorce, I moved to Man here. I think it was my 7th, 8th grade year I moved here. And I lived in South Man, actually, right down the street here. And, I rode my bicycle by here many times, but I can't remember. I know this place has been here for like 30-plus years. But, back then, it was a place that until I started working at D&D and, got D&D going, I'd never been in this place. And this is a true mountain treasure.
It really is. And you know what I like about it? I mean, I'm a trail rider. I love trail riding. I got my United Motorsports T-Rex and everything. Yeah. When you come by here, this is just the perfect place to trail ride at. Because you look, you got Keith's right here, get your belly full. Hotel across the street. There's a Holler Dollar right on the other side of it.
Yeah. And
there's a gas station. What else do you need?
That's it.
What else do you need? I mean, it's so convenient over here. And you're right in the trails. And, of course, Hatfield McCoy Trail Company, you can ride anywhere on the road.
Got a trailhead right across the road here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it is so convenient right here, too. And you get the best food right here at Keith's. Every time I come to Keith's, I try to eat something different. I'm one of those type of people that likes ordering the same thing. If I go to Mexico, I order the same thing every single time I go there. When I come here, I try different stuff. He was like, "Hey, we started this today. Try this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't like I'm the guinea pig because, usually that's JJ. But, you know what I'm saying? But he just makes so good of food. You trust him for whatever he's making. I mean, you see people coming here from all over. And when they leave here on his Facebook, you see them putting the best food out we had the whole time we was there that weekend. Yeah. And the best atmosphere. You don't ever see no trouble in here. Everybody just it's just an awesome atmosphere in here,
No, I thought I'd been to every bar in Logan County, but I hadn't been here. And listen, I hate that I waited this long in life. When I was in my younger days, there's actually a bar right across the road here that we used to go to. I can't remember the name of it when it was over here. Then in Logan down in Logan, you had Tops, and then you had 3 Mile Curve. You had the deck, you had the hill climb, had all that there. And then back when I was younger, now you had the Smokehouse in Man. So a lot of good bars here in Man, West Virginia, but this one tops every one of them.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a little story, and the locals can tell you different, but down here in this plaza right here, there used to be a store called Burgess & Long's. I'm pretty sure that was the name of it.
Burgess & Long's.
Yeah, and you would get little, you remember the old food stamps, how they come in booklets?
Yeah, paper,
yeah. Well, they had things that were called Eagle Bucks. And I can't remember how you got them Eagle Bucks or what, but that's what people would spend there. They'd trade it for stuff that was in that store. But and then right down the street here, right behind C&L, I think Charles and Larry Trogdon's gas station, which is notorious. There's one at Puff Creek, one at Buffalo Creek, but the one up here at Fort Davin. That in behind there's a big long building.
Yeah.
And that used to be where the NASCAR, the skull car. If you remember back NASCAR, there used to be a skull car. Yeah. That's where it was built, and that's where their home base was right behind C&L.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's what you get for being old, KJ. You remember that old stuff.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, though, right before you get to the school up here.
Yeah. Listen, I used to ride my bicycle all over this place. Down here in South Man, we used to go on the weekends. We'd pitch quarters out back. Me and my cousin, little Tommy, we'd pitch quarters out there. And, man, it was a special place back then. You waited all year for the car show to come around. There was a skating rink down in town. And I still, to this day, the first and only barbershop I ever seen, there used to be a barbershop down there that had a vacuum hose hooked to the clippers. So when they cut your hair, the vacuum sucked it up. Yeah. Yeah, Man's a little unique. Cliffside restaurant up there. I mean, my uncle used to own that car lot right there. We'll talk about that more later in the show. But, you know, Man is a unique place, and I highly suggest everybody come here and take part at Keith's Bar and Grill. I mean, just, you know, a special treasure here in the Coalfields.
Man is one of the small town USAs that's still alive.
Yeah.
It really is, because, you know, you go to a lot of places, and I'm not going to mention no town's name, but you go to a lot of other places, and a lot of them, it's ghost towns.
Yeah.
Coal mine towns closed down and everything. You come over here to Man, they've got everything that you need right here.
That's it.
I mean, you go down the road, brand new A-frame rentals for side-by-sides. I mean, everything you see over here, it's small, and you go down into town of Man.
Yeah.
It's small town USA still going. Mom and pa flower shops, mom and pa pharmacies. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of it. Yeah, pawn shops. You don't see a lot of that stuff like that anymore.
No, and Man is one of them towns you always hear your grandma and grandpa say, you know, it's a one red light town. If you blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah.
It's literally a one red light town. If you blink, you will miss Man.
Yeah.
If you're going through that red light and you blink, you've missed the town.
You miss Man. You're already the Hardys up here. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, they tore, though, when I went to school here. Well, we'll talk about that. But they tore, though, middle school down that used to be in town there. But we used to go across the road, skip school, go over to JR's Pizza, play pool over there. I mean, I really miss Man. And, you know, it's good to be back there for our first ever Big D's Traveling Roadshow.
It's a great place to start this off. And like I said, I mean, you got to love the atmosphere here. We got big TVs everywhere. Everybody's having a good time. I mean, it's just, I like it over here at Man. When you come over to Man, even if you're not from Man, you're from Man while you're there.
That's it.
They take you in. You always have a good time over here. I mean,
make you feel like family.
They really, really do over here. Whether they know you or not, they make you feel like family.
See you guys. Y'all be safe. There's trail riders. I didn't realize it, but I just gave him the Hitler pose. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, we've probably been banned in 3 states just now.
Yeah, we probably ain't showed in Germany.
No, it probably just got blackballed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what I like about the Hatfield McCoy trails, too. I was talking to them a little bit before the show come on, and they were talking about they would already be in the Wimpson.
Yeah.
They'd be in the Mate One, you know what I mean? They're going a couple more places before they go here. Was wanting to know how far they was from Kentucky.
Yeah.
I like how they don't just, you know, people go, oh, those trail riders are staying in Gilbert.
Yeah.
That don't mean they're staying in Gilbert. They might be sleeping in Gilbert, but you know what I'm saying?
They're Logan, Mingo.
I love how all these towns over here, they work together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and you done Trail Fest last year.
Yeah.
And you seen them from all over the country over there. And they're in Man, they're Gilbert. I mean, they're in everywhere. And the Hatfield McCoy Trails has really helped these small town USA.
Well, we're going to talk about that next segment. We'll go into the Hatfield McCoy Trails and some of the stuff that helps the Coalfields still kick off. But right now, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back later in the show, we got a special show. We're going to have Micah, women's heavyweight champ. She's going to be in. She's a Man native. She's going to come in, talk to us for a minute. We're going to have state champion head coach TJ Blevins in the house. And then we're also going to have Amber White from Backcountry ATV Rentals.
Oh, yeah.
And her story is something that you want to hear. I cannot wait to talk to her and share, because I've not got a chance to talk to her, but I've heard a story about her, and I want to find out if it's true. But we got plenty more to talk about right here at Keith's Bar and Grill in Man, West Virginia. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, guys.
Smokey Armstrong with United Motorsports in Danville. Stop in today and check out the great deals on Can-Am, side-by-sides, and ATVs. And let the good times roll on a new Kawasaki, plus promo financing available now. And savings up to $7,500 on selected units. Right now, get limited time offers on new Yamaha motorcycles. We've got new, pre-owned. We have parts, service, and financing to get you approved. United Motorsports in Danville, West Virginia.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the Coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here at Keith's Bar and Grill in Man, West Virginia. Billy Davis to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy, and we got producer KJ always on the board. So, Billy, the Big D's Traveling Roadshow kicking off first ever episode, and I'm very excited to be here at Keith's. We've already seen trail riders come in from Connecticut, from Virginia, New York.
North Carolina.
Yeah, and now we got a state champion head coach, TJ Blevins, come in. We'll talk to him next segment, but you know, listen, I'm stoked to be here. This show, I think it's a great show that will showcase a lot of the local businesses. It'll let people know stuff we got going on and really teach some of the history of the mountains and the coalfields.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like when we first talked about doing this, I said, you know, a lot of people has talked to us about doing a show outside of the grind. You know, grind, we did 100% basketball, talking about basketball, and everybody's like, that's great, we love basketball and everything. But come to us. Yeah. Come to us during our season. You know what I mean? Like over here right now, trail season, wide open, just hit it, 90 degrees today. Yeah. Wide open. And come to us. So that's what we're doing this summer. We're hitting the road. Darryl's packed up. KJ got a suitcase in the back, and it's wide open, baby. I mean, you got people all over the Hatfield-McCoy Trail Country wanting us to come. We've got some racetracks and stuff that's talking to us. There's just so much that this is what the people wanted. We had so many people say, put Darryl on the road in the summer.
Well, listen, we've done it. People ask, and we're here. But it's hard to get here sometimes.
It is.
You know, whenever you come here, you know, the thing that here in the mountains, and that's one thing you know you're in the mountains. You know, ever since Obama's war on coal, the roads have been horrible. You know, we don't have that coal severance tax anymore. It pays for these roads to get done. Mm-hmm. And a great example is what you're seeing right now from Logan to Chapmanville. It's one of them. I don't understand why we got 7 miles of cones and we're doing a spot that may be 15 yards wide in that 7 miles. Like, why are you causing that congestion? And, you know, it's just one of, I'm glad, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're finally doing the work to the roads. Right. But why cause that congestion? It's been like that for 3 weeks, and I've only seen people working on it twice.
Yeah, I've been over that way. I've seen exactly what you're talking about. As soon as you go by Walmart, you hit it. Yeah, you hit it. You don't drop off to way past the Logan over.
It used to take 10 minutes to get to Chapmanville. Now it takes 30 minutes.
Absolutely. Darryl, I'm really excited to be here. This is I shared it earlier today, and everywhere I've been, they're like, okay, now what are you two going to get into? Yeah. And I just looked at them and said, there's 3 of us. Yeah. And somebody went, uh-oh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Tommy Maynard, if you're watching, that bail money might be needed. You know what I'm saying? But I love it over here. I really do.
Well, producer KJ, listen, this is just one of many bars we've run in, right?
Yeah.
It's one of them, you know, here in Man, listen, back in my old days at Tops, I probably got thrown out of Tops more times than I can count. Probably got my butt whipped a few times, maybe once might have handed one out, but, I don't know, I can't remember that one too well. But no, it's one of them, man, this whole area in Logan County, the people are special, from the people in the coal fields, the business owners, down to the basketball coaches, to the sports coaches. Yeah. The rivalries are a little different here in Logan County. I mean, Man, Logan, and Chapmanville, I don't know there's any county in our coverage area that's got 3 schools that dislike each other as much as them 3 schools do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I got to spend a lot of time over here this year. I covered, a couple of tournaments and stuff over here at Man and stuff. I got to meet a few people over here. I'm telling you what, man, they're a special bunch. I mean, they're all for them.
Yeah.
I mean, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, they're all, whatever sport's going on, they back it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like it. I mean, the basketball team, then the boys, they done great this year. The baseball team's doing great this year. I mean, and I wouldn't know if it wouldn't be for all these other parents on there sharing stuff left and right and seeing this stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like coming over here because one reason I like coming over here because, like I said, I am a trail rider.
Yeah.
I like seeing people that come from out of town what they got new on their vehicle, on their side by sides or something. Plus, I like showing them what I got new on there. I'm a faithful United Motorsports person, and I don't just say that because they're a sponsor. I literally go there a lot. Everything on our D&D side by side is from
United Motorsports.
I mean,
listen, Smokey and the crew, they got locations all throughout the Coalfields, all the way to Lexington. They got Danville, Logan, Belfry, Pikeville. I mean, you name it, they're one close to you and convenient to you. You know, make sure you hit them up for all your ATV needs.
Yeah, helmets, everything. You know, a lot of people comes in here and they read the rules, and I don't think they understand something. You see a lot of them coming in here to ride trails, and they go, I forgot my helmet.
Yeah.
They don't let you on trail without a helmet. You know what I'm saying? I forgot this. I forgot that. They didn't know that you had to download the app to find out the trails.
Yeah.
And you can do all that at United. They'll even help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're cooking back there in that kitchen, but we're going to probably have to try it before we go home because it smells delicious.
They are, and you know, right before we come on the show, Billy, you know, on the sports landscape, we had some breaking news. That, you know, we had. Well, first of all, we'll talk. Shelby Valley got their new girls basketball coach, Randy Davis.
Randy Davis. Hey, that's a really good fit over there, Darryl.
That's a home run hire.
I know a lot of people's going to be happy about that.
They are. Randy's a legendary middle school coach. Like, when you talk middle school coaches, it starts with Randy Davis.
Yeah.
Like, he is the best. He's going to do a great job at Shelby Valley. We got word on the way over here. Pike Central called. They want us there at 12:30. They're going to name their girls basketball coach tomorrow. And then Tug Valley names their football coach, Kyle Runyon.
And you know, I did see that.
Yep.
But this is what I also seen about that. I seen former players that just graduated in the last year or so. Dakota and all of them on there saying this is the man that they needed in line. You know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't sure how that was going to go because I don't know him really as good as I did coach. You know, but when I see former players step up and go, this is the man to run the show now. You know what I'm saying? I really like that, how they're getting behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's make no mistake about it. Tug Valley and Tug Valley fans are going to miss Haiti Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Haiti Ford built something over there that a lot of people didn't think was possible. But he made Tug Valley football relevant again. I mean, you know, it used to, in football season, Tug fans, you know, they just waited for basketball season.
Yeah.
Now, they're packing the football field out, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and they're wanting better things. You know, they're wanting turf fields. They're wanting better things for for their kids and for their community. And that all started with what Haiti Ford built. And one thing that you cannot disagree with is Haiti Ford left that program in better shape than he found it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Haiti Ford, I don't know what the reason was he resigned. I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I covered a lot, I think every one of Tug Valley's home games last year. And he is a class act coach. He took so good care of us. I knew, and he loved them boys.
He is.
He really did. He loved them boys.
Well, what I hope is possible is he didn't do it by himself. He's got an amazing staff.
Oh, he does.
Noah Lucas, Gideon Jarvis, and crew. So I hope that staff stays intact.
The Davis kid.
Ashton
Davis. No, his brother. Easton Davis.
He's now the AD at Tug.
Yeah, that's a great hire out there. Really do, Luke.
Not only the basketball and football, but their softball. You ought to have seen that field last
night.
How packed out that place was.
Oh, yeah. You can't go nowhere around Tug Valley without hearing the buzz about the softball right now.
Mercy ruled the number 2 team in the state yesterday.
Yeah, anywhere you go right now, the buzz is on Tug Valley softball.
Well, Bailey Hall, she is hitting 800. That's unheard of. 800, 8 home runs. I mean, what that Tug Valley, Emma Lackey, Katie Hall, what that Tug Valley softball team is doing is there's not been a softball team around here do what they've done. Maybe Logan girls in the past few years, but
I think they have a legitimate case to win state this year in single A.
Listen, but we know, we followed this for a long time. We know what has got that program to where it is, though. Randy Lackey and Teddy Hall, Rocky Hall, Leanne Blankenship has done everything from sell hot dogs to probably sell blood. To get that building they got over, Sheriff Joe Smith, to get that building there and to get that field the way they have. I've seen them over there 2 o'clock in the morning raking rocks and stuff just to get that field the way it was and stuff over there. You know what I mean?
That brings me to my next thing. Not only that, yesterday when we was there, I seen Davy Jude in the stands. I'm sure he helped out with Giovanni's Pizza and all that. And then after the ball game, you know who was out there raking the field? You know who was raking the field getting ready for next game?
Yeah.
Doug Kirk.
Doug Kirk was out there.
Doug Kirk. You can't beat Doug Kirk.
I mean, you got Davy Jude, Doug Kirk. You got all the community partners, Eric Sart and people like that. They make sure Tug Valley keeps going and they're in good hands.
But you can't, I mean, when you say Doug Kirk, you can't, I mean, he owns 304 Motorsports Park, him and his son, but you can't beat Doug Kirk. I believe if you invited Doug Kirk to a birthday party and you had a hinge loose on your door, he'd tighten it up for you. He's just that type of person.
He is.
But that's the thing. They've made them a circle, and that's who's building their program. They've got people behind them that's going to say, what do you need? How are we going to get it?
And
you know?
them people, them sponsors, it's easy for them to buy in now because you got leaders like Tamara Ferris and Easton Davis in spots. So it's very easy for the community partners to buy in.
Yeah, Tamara Ferris, Ricky Ferris. I mean, man.
The Davises.
Yeah, Eric Davis, LaDonna. I mean, I know all that bunch.
Tyler Hodge.
Yeah, Tyler Hodge does something when he's awake. Ronnie Blankenship. I mean, you've got a lot of people. That's what I'm saying.
Fletcher.
You got Jared's there, always there, man. And like I said, Justin Kirk.
Yeah,
I bet he goes by that school once a day and does something. I'm sure he does. I mean, he's got kids that's coming up into that. You know what I'm saying? But they have finally got something going forward at Tug Valley. And like you said, it's not just basketball. Everybody always, when you said Tug Valley, they'd always go, "How's basketball season doing?"
Yeah.
Now you're talking about softball,
football, baseball.
I mean,
and it's just really neat to see what they got going on. You know, Derek Sizemore says in the Jim Mar Service comment section, says baseball team beat the number 3 A school, Sherman, 2 nights ago, 6-1. Lost to St. Joe, 1-0 last night. Said very young team, future is bright, and Keith's Bar and Grill is the best.
Keith's Bar and Grill is the best.
So, Derek, are you talking about man?
They're talking about man. Yeah, I seen where our buddy, the Saunders kid, I seen where he was putting on her. Yeah, Sanders. He's a heck of a pitcher, man.
Yeah,
he ain't just a baller. He's a heck of a pitcher.
He's a grade A kid from top to bottom. It don't matter what he does. He works for us here at D&D. He calls games for us. He does producing for us.
We stuck him with a camera on one basketball tournament down there. And you know what? Kid never said he's a good kid. He's just an absolute good kid.
Comes
man.
from good stock.
He does. I mean, but
And here we see all kinds of people piling in here for
dinner time.
And I love the guy's shirt. He says he's a 60s baby, restored and original. But going back here to man, a lot of people, it's the businesses, and Coach Blevins, he'll tell you when you come in here, the people that support his program. You got a fish and tackle spot up here that's doing a
Mountaineer.
Mountaineer fish and tackle. They're doing a local show where they bring on local anglers and stuff like that.
I really like
about fishing and stuff. You got people. You got the fire pit. You got
Southern Gypsy up our boutique.
Gypsy.
I mean, there's a lot of places here, Amanda.
She is amazing.
Oh man,
United Insurance.
Listen, Amanda. A lot of people thought during basketball season she worked for us. I call and say we need this. I'll have it for the game.
Yep.
I mean, she's great, man, over at United Insurance. I mean, she really is. She's great to us. But I mean, man, people they just stick together. I mean, they're whatever they need over here. I really like it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that brings us to a commercial break. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have former state champion head basketball coach T.J. Blevins. We'll be right back here on the Big D's Traveling Roadshow.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
We're back here on Big D's Traveling Roadshow live at Keith's Bar and Grill in Man, West Virginia. You know, we got producer KJ on the boards, we got TJ Blevins here, and then on my right, we got Billy Davis, our right-hand man. TJ Blevins, guys, a longtime friend of the program. First of all, Coach Blevins, I appreciate you, everything you've always done for us here at D&D, and I appreciate you coming joining us here on the first ever Traveling Roadshow.
I wouldn't miss this for the world, and I appreciate you guys, pretty much getting us out there on the map. Without your guys' exposure, we're not hardly seen much.
A few years ago, you brought us to Man. We had you on grind session. You come over, brought a couple players, and that was when your son Caleb. I'm sure you see his picture of Austin Ball here. It probably brings back good memories, right?
Yes, it does.
What was that? Austin Ball, Jackson Tackett, Caleb Blevins, Peyton.
Jeremiah Harless.
Jeremiah Harless, Peyton Adams.
Ryan Cozart.
Ryan Cozart.
We were pretty loaded.
Now, was Aiden Martin, was he on that team too? Or?
The next year after.
The next year. Yep. But going back to that team, how fun was that state championship ride?
Game-wise and coaching was pretty easy. When you got a bunch of guys like that. But, we had some pretty intense practices. I didn't let those guys lay down hardly at all. I knew the talent they had because I'd had them since they were in grade school and just followed them all the way up, coaching here and there with them until we got to the high school level, and I ended up lucky enough to get the job. And, I was off by a year. I said we would probably win the state championship their senior year, but we wanted a year early. So.
Well, it's a good thing you won it because Austin, head on up to Miller's Prep after that. But I tell people all the time, a couple of years after, Austin become a different player after that. But I told him, I said, you have no idea how strong that kid's motor was. Like, he was a 3 playing a 5. That kid, you could tell back then he was going to be different, couldn't he?
Yeah, group. That's what I call him. Ever since he was young. But, we had to play group, list him as a 5, but he wasn't a true 5. He could step out, he could stretch the floor like crazy. 28, 30 foot, that was nothing for group. And he was tough to guard. You got a kid like that, D1 talent, and tough to stay in front of him. If he gets by you, he's dunking it on your head. And if you don't get out on him, he's knocking down the 3. So, he was a multi-talented player.
Well, Billy, what you don't know about TJ is a huge wrestling fan.
Wrestling fan?
Yeah, and during that state tournament run, he pulled out the old Ric Flair robe, and the town fell in love with you. Then we're going to have a women's champion a little bit later on the show right here from Man, West Virginia. I know that's what makes this show so special to me is, you're a big wrestling fan. She's coming on, so it ties them together. But, real quick, let's reminisce a little bit. What wrestlers got you into wrestling?
Flair, obviously.
Yeah.
Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Yeah.
Those guys, Road Warriors.
That was me. I was Four Horsemen, Larry Zbyszko, Arn Oley.
I actually seen Micah in Pikeville Friday night.
Did you go watch her?
No, I went for another reason, but I seen her and her friends there.
Yeah,
that man's. Yeah.
It's really neat. You know, a lot of people don't know Micah. Well, you know, we'll talk about it when she gets here. But you know, she was a former standout here at Man.
Yes.
You know, a really good basketball player.
And volleyball.
Yeah. Well, that's a sport, you know, that I didn't even know about, and she's my first cousin. So you know, it's a. I went and watched her wrestle this past weekend in Danville and Madison area there, but you know, just that love for wrestling. A lot of people don't understand that when we grew up, that's what there was to do, you know. And if your parents grounded you, they grounded you from watching wrestling. That's how much it meant to us growing up. Billy, was you a wrestling fan?
I like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, so you was an attitude era.
That was just me, buddy. Yeah. Well, my brother-in-law and him took me to the first wrestling thing I ever went to. Never was into it. Went to Huntington Civic Center one time when that big glass broke and he come out through there. Hey, I was hooked. I was hooked, son. You know what I mean? Redneck with attitude. He like the Mike Tyson of wrestling. You know, black boots, black shorts. You know what I'm saying?
That was me when I grew up. You know, you had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Junkyard Dog. You know, you had Kamala. Yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts. You know, it was always you know that. As a kid, you know, I mean, I'm sure you grabbed your pillow with suplexing your pillow and body slamming it, and you know, so it's really neat. But I loved when you went on that tournament run. You know, is there any hopes in the near future we'll pull that Ric Flair rope back out?
With what I got coming up, there's a good chance.
Okay,
there's a very good possibility. We're, you know, the past 3 years we've went from 3 games out from the tournament, making it. The year after 2 games, this year 1 game from getting to the tournament. So hopefully we can
step by step.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's the way we've evaluated it, and you know, hey, we've got to the door knocking on it now. It's next 2 years are going to be really, really fun for us.
Yeah, I watched them a lot this year, and I'm telling you right now, that JV team has some special. They got some really special guards. They got one really special big too. But I'm telling you, I can't think of the kid's name off the top of my head. He played just a few minutes every now and then of varsity, like when you got up big and stuff. I can't think of his name, but I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a really good guard. Really good guard.
That brings me. You know, we talked about him a while ago. How big was Grayson Sanders coming home? How big was that for you and your program?
Oh, that was like when Peyton Adams come to us. You know, I referred him to as, you know, the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And we had a few pieces here lately that we were missing, and Grayson come in, and Coach Vance's son, Jax, who we knew eventually, you know, not at the beginning of the season would be starting right away, but we knew eventually moving forward he was going to be a special freshman. And
absolutely,
you know, that kid came in, like I said, against Wahama.
He come from what, Hearts?
Yeah. We had that game against Wahama, regional game, and you know, I told him, you know, you may be a 14-year-old kid, but you just become an adult with the way you played tonight. And you know, he can do that night in and night out. You know, him and Grayson, and I mean, as soon as they start gelling together, you know, because practice, you know, you see some glimpses of what can happen, and you know, we put it together a few games, and this season coming up, you know, I've changed my schedule. You know, we've got rid of the Richwoods, the Riverviews, the Vans. We've picked up St. Joe home and home. We've picked up Lincoln County home and home. We've got goodness, who else? We got Winfield back on the schedule. Got Tug twice. Trying to get Mingo locked down. That's the 2 games that I'm waiting on needing. I'm waiting to get back from Coach Brownie.
Probably got Tulsa.
Got Tulsa for 2. I know I'm forgetting a few, but we're pretty got Sherman back on the schedule, home and home. You know, they were a top 5 team, and we were lucky to go over there end of the season. I guess really what hurt us a little bit, you know, we went to that game after the voting came out because you know we ended up getting that win on the road, and I think it kind of hurt us in seeding.
Well, I noticed last year, and that was something that you know, it was kind of odd to me. I don't think y'all didn't play Logan or Chapmanville, did you?
We had me and Coach Hatch almost come together last year to play.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't get out of I think it was a tournament they were in. So I think they dropped us and Tug and Chapmanville last year. And I'm actually playing in Chapmanville's tournament, Christmas tournament. We will be playing Mount View.
Okay.
One night for Brad and them. And we're still going to have host our tournament second weekend of December. We've got West Logan coming, Heritage, just confirmed Montcalm today. So, we got 4 teams in it. We can, it's always good to have that tournament at home.
Well, we talked about earlier the rivalries here, and I know from a fan's aspect and from a media aspect, them games has got to happen. There's no reason that Man and Logan and Man and Chapmanville and Logan and Chapmanville should not be playing. None. That just cheats the community and it cheats the kids. I really think them rivalries we got to keep alive, and I think we need to make sure that them games happen every year. Is that where you stand on them, or?
Honestly, I can see it both ways because this new generation of kids, not only hard to coach, but they also don't understand the old rivalries.
Yeah.
They don't know about the Man Logans in the 80s and early 90s and stuff. They don't know that, And I think that's one reason why we're not on the floor together. I think so. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I just think they just don't know it.
It's got to, and I'm sure, these schools could use that gate money too, it's hard to pack gyms out anymore, with these things here running around. Everybody wants to stay on their cell phones, wants to play games and do stuff, so it's hard enough to pack gyms, but then when you ain't got them games, it makes it even harder. I've just always been a person that thought, them games and inter-county games here in West Virginia, then, I think West Side, I think that game needs to happen. Just these local schools need to make sure that they play each other because that's where these kids, that's the memories that they're going to have. And, you got to try to get that going again. But, last year, Grayson Sanders and the kid that I thought come along quite well, and, you talked about the Vance kid. He stepped up huge in that Tug Valley game at Tug Valley, the freshman. I was surprised, how he played in that game as a freshman. But the kid that really shocked me last year was Connor Booth.
Oh, yeah.
That kid, I think, has got a very high ceiling.
Booth does. I've tried to get him in the weight room, because the weight room's not going to hurt you.
No.
The sky's the limit for him. We had him coming off the bench as a sixth man. He provided a big spark for us. 14, 16 points here and there, doubles here and there. And when we got him in the starting role, he got in, it's no secret, if you go back to the points and rebounds per game, he kind of hit a little bit of a slump. But then you'd see that spark back, he would be back to his old self. So we just got to get that figured out because, he made Honorable State All-State honorable mention this year, which was a huge accomplishment. I told him, I said, now that you've got this, people are watching.
Yeah.
People have taken notice of you and your skill set. So, again, the sky's the limit for him. Is just how far he wants to go with it.
I agree 100% with you on that kid. Very, very high on him. And, that's what will bring me, as a fan, let me ask you this. Man, West Virginia, that's a school, to me, I know the best football player I ever played with is whenever I played here my 8th grade year at Man Junior High. It was a young man named Kenneth Ramsey. It is like when you talk Mount Rushmore of man athletes, all sports, who is the Mount Rushmore man hillbillies?
That's funny you mentioned Kenny Ray. I was just with him probably a month or so ago. Got to see him.
Oh, is he still around here?
No, he was just visiting. He's building homes and stuff like that. He's doing very good for himself. I would say you got to put Todd Keffer on there.
Okay.
He was him or Harold Peoples. I've always heard stories about Harold Peoples was an absolute.
So Todd Keffer,
man.
what sport?
Basketball. Harold Peoples basketball.
Okay.
They're arguably two of the best that ever came out of here. Football, you got so many names. I'm probably biased to the Bean, Leroy Sharp.
Okay.
You know, he was a heck of an athlete. Lord, let's see, baseball. Well, also basketball. Jordan Simpson. You know, he's all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
He was tough all around. Baseball too. Baseball, I didn't really follow it until my son got into it.
And the thing is, man's got such a historic baseball program. I mean, they're amazingly coached. You know, every year, man's right there in the thick of things. I mean, it's one of the most consistent programs around that baseball program.
I mean, you'd have to give, you know, probably JT, my assistant coach. You know, he was a winning pitcher in the state tournament, state championship game, all-state multiple years, basketball, baseball.
That sounds like a great nominee to me.
Coach Larry Vance, you know, he was the one that brought the first boys baseball title here.
Well, you got to think Harvey Arm's probably somewhere on it, right?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah. What's the other coach?
For
another football coach.
Let's see, we've had Tootie Carter.
Yeah, Tootie Carter.
Yeah, you definitely got to put Tootie up there.
Tootie's got to be on it, right?
Definitely, absolutely. He's probably the tip-top one.
Yeah.
Softball, you know. Yeah, I mean, we're past couple of years we've been down a little bit because of, you know, not that many girls being out, but this year we've got a load of freshman girls that are very talented. That's going to be a force in the next 2 or 3 years.
Well, you know, that's the Mount Rushmore. I know every now and then y'all put a good wrestler out there. You know, but one thing that I wanted to ask you, Caleb Blevins, you know, outstanding, won a state title, sharpshooter, one of the best shooters I've seen. You knew in high school he had that college body, and you know he had the body of a Division I wing. You know, and he ended up going to have. And back then, you know, even me covering him, you know, everybody's like, well, as good as he is at basketball, baseball's a sport. You know, and you know, but what's Caleb doing now?
Well, you mentioned that last part there. As he got out of school, it was, I wish I'd have focused on basketball.
Yeah.
Because he actually got some D1 looks from coaches.
Yep.
He actually got a couple schools, D2 schools, that he couldn't play both.
Yeah.
But he just said he was burnt out on baseball and wanted to go chase that greenback. So
yeah,
he does work at UPS. He's got his own lawn care business. He's got his own car detail business. He's got his own snow plowing business. Him and his fiance just bought a beautiful home within the last month. So I mean, he's
doing good for himself.
I'm very proud of him as a dad. You know, you always got to worry about, you know, is this one or that one going to work? And I have no problem with him. He's up and at him, and his fiance's a nurse. She's just started at Boone County within the last 5-6 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's doing good. So it's they're living life right now. So he's doing good.
Well, we're taking and winding this segment down, but as we sit here and look, you know, I talked to him earlier, and I was telling him a little bit about what man used to be. You know, I was telling him about a store over here, Burgess and Loans.
Yep.
You know, you remember back then when they had, and I don't remember what they was all about, but you remember they had things called Eagle Bugs. Remember, they was like a book. It's kind of like those
Eagle Bugs,
stamps.
yes.
Yeah, they're called Eagle Bugs.
It was just for that store.
Yeah,
yes.
Just for that. It's the only place you could spend it was that store.
Yep.
And I remember.
I thought he was lying to me, TJ.
No,
that's where.
And then
sure did.
when I lived in South Man, we used to have the hospital right across from the high school here, and that's actually that I spent a large portion of my childhood in that hospital. But then, you know, I used to ride my bike. I was telling them there's a library in South Man. I used to pitch quarters behind those middle schools.
Hey, that's how you can tell somebody's from Man. You hear what I'm saying? When I lived at South Man, and most people just like overmanned on that end.
Yeah.
When I lived at South Man, he talked about the hospital and it ain't there, and the people like, huh?
In Man, you got three things you look for. It's South Man, it's Buffalo Creek, and it's Huff Creek and Buffalo Creek.
Yep.
And, you know, up toward Davin, a lot of my family's from Davin, and the Mallory area there.
Do you remember the pool store that used to be here?
No.
Yeah, right here on this corner, right here in that grass.
Used to be a pool store?
I think it was maybe Doss Pool Supplies and stuff. And then the Advance Auto, do you remember it being cooked?
I do remember that. And I was telling Billy, I said, right down behind CNL here, that big long building, they used to take and put helicopters in it, but it was where the Skull NASCAR, the NASCAR Skull was in that building.
Yes, Lucky Compton Racing.
Yeah.
That's where that used to be right there. Yep.
You owe me $5, KJ. You said he's lying about that Skull car. Have me going.
Then, we waited all year for the car show to come to town.
Yep.
When the car show come to town, we had the skating rink up there, and I was telling them there used to be a barber shop that had vacuum hoses to the clippers.
There's one there now.
Is there?
There's one on the corner where the old pharmacy used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the name of it or not, but it's a young lady that cuts hair there, and she got them the clippers because of the evening. The old barber in Man, Joey Corns, cuts hair there sometimes, and I go there and he cuts my hair, what hair that I have, and it's connected to it.
Yeah, then you had y'all, it wasn't called middle school, it was junior high. It's junior high in town. Yep. And you had the breezeway.
Hell yeah.
You skip school, go over to JR's Pizza, play pool. You used to go
the
down.
center, the game room. Yeah, all that.
And then you don't come to Man without eating at the Dairy Chair. What's it called?
It's Dairy Bar now.
Dairy Bar. Still up there on the left? Yeah, okay.
Still up there.
Yeah, we stopped there and got milkshakes one day. Yeah, I wondered if it was the same one. Let me ask you this much. Would you ever thought years ago that Man would have turned into the Hatfield-McCoy hub like it is now, where you see almost as many side-by-sides on the road as you do cars?
No, but I mean, a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah.
But I'm 1,000% for it because it gives the businesses here some money.
Yeah.
To stay and to eat and stuff like that. I mean, it's a booming business. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to get into it,
that's what we was
talking. Get into it.
That's what we was talking about earlier. Man is one of those small town USAs that's still making it. You don't go through and see 20 different stores that's vacant and there's not hardly. You can drive down into Man and everything, mom and pa barber shops, mom and pa pharmacies, bait shops, you name it, they're still here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with it.
My wife's aunt, Diane and Steve Caldwell, they have a place up back of the holler. That's a little ways from Man, but they stay booked every single week. I don't care if it's four-wheeling people.
52 weeks a year.
I'm talking always booked. Always.
Yeah. That's awesome.
People renting it. Just, it's crazy. I mean, but it's good money. It's what's happening now.
Yeah, and I've heard this, and a lot of people's told me this, and mostly the ones that says this don't live in a trail riding town. They don't see what it's done. It's starting to take effect over in Martin County. They got trails and they're starting to take off over there. But you hear a lot of people negative. I don't want them here doing this, and I don't want. But what they don't understand is people that rent these cabins and these side-by-sides, they got to buy groceries somewhere. They got to buy their cars somewhere. Yep. They got to buy their gas somewhere. It all goes right back into the community. It all goes back into the community. They pay their taxes. It goes to the school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for it. I really like the trail riding.
I also got Wahama and Gilmer County this year too.
Wahama, Gilmer County.
Yep, they're both coming to Man. So
Gilmer County.
Well, that's and Coach Blevins is the perfect place, perfect person to ask about, the tourism and stuff because I was talking about because his family is so embedded in the coal industry here that when the war on coal come, it killed our area. And, we got to start looking for other ways, to grow. And tourism, I think, is a viable way. But, we just got to get people, to help build it to that point, And when people come here, they can't just have the Hatfield and McCoy trails. Right. You got to have places like this for people to come when they come off the trails. Yeah. You got to have game rooms. You got to have putt-putt courses.
That's what a lot of places don't understand. You're supposed to be off of trails before dark.
Yeah.
What do you do after that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have restaurants for them to go to. You've got to have something else. And
when you go to the beach. You go to the beach during the day. In the evenings, you're going out doing stuff.
Yeah, for the entertainment and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what we got to do. So when you see axe throwing and stuff like that around here, we need to support that to get that till we get to that point.
Have you seen what they're building up the road here?
Uh-uh.
Oh my goodness! It's the old golf course.
Oh, yeah. Up
They've
on here
got
on the
that.
left.
They've got all this. I went by yesterday when we had a game at Mingo Central softball and looked over, and if there's not 40 pieces of equipment stretched out through there, getting it smooth, getting all the grass gone, it's nothing but dirt. That's where they're building some mountain coasters and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's going to be. That's going to be big time.
Yeah, on the left.
Up here.
Going towards Gilbert on the left right here.
That's what I'm talking
about. About 5 minutes from here.
Yes, that's what we need. And we, as locals, we got to support that. You know, where we're from over toward the Pike, Mingo area, Belfry, Williamson area, they put 1,000 putt-putt courses in over the years, and they're in for about a month, and then they go out of business. You know, driving ranges, they put one up behind the mall.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's just, you know, when they first go in, we hit them up. Nobody stays consistent with it, and then they don't make enough money to stay alive.
That's it.
All of us local people, I mean, love to putt. Go enjoy yourself. Spend money locally, right?
You can have a driving range here, but people would rather drive to Lexington and go to one of them. What's them big things where they put
Top
the
Golf.
Yeah, Top Golf.
You leave me alone.
Lexington, go to Top Golf, then go support a local driving range.
Go spend a couple $100 in gas and stuff.
Yeah,
that's right. That's true.
You know, but Coach Blevins, I know you got food over there. Keith's been over there a million times, ready to feed the state champion coach. But real quick, I know you got a daughter playing softball. Fill us in on her, and why should we tune in to the men's softball team?
Like I said, they've got a good core of young girls. Yeah. I think they only got 2 or 3 seniors on the team, my daughter being one of them. And they played Tug both times to a 1-2 run game each game.
Oh, wow.
So it's, Tug's pretty good, daggone good softball. They're really good.
They just mercied the number 2 team in the state yesterday.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you earlier, Darryl. They played man twice. It's 2-0, 1-0 ball game.
2-0, 3-2. Yeah, it's been pretty good. And both, I think the second game we got beat over here 2-0. The Hall girl, I think it might be the younger sister, knocked one out on us. Yeah. So we're plugging away. We're getting better and better. You know, Mingo, I think Tug just beat Mingo 3-2. We just beat them 3-1. So we're
there.
We're right there. Just
what position does she play?
Center field.
And her name is
Kylie Blevins.
KJ.
Kylie Blevins.
KJ.
We're gonna have to get together, Darryl, and do some softball games over here.
Yeah, there's Miss Micah. So we got the women's champ in the house, and Coach, we know we're gonna let you grub over there because you can't come to Keith's without eating some of this great food. Me and KJ ate the steak tips earlier. Billy, he'll eat
Coach,
everything if I let
you go in $20 with me to see if she'll roll Darryl right here in front of everybody.
I do it for 20. Yeah,
she got some guns on her over there,
buddy. I've seen her a few times at Madison in action, so I know she can handle herself.
She brought the belt too. Looks like she's ready to put it up tonight. Look at her. Two belts.
Yeah, we got to find out what that's all about. I knew she had one.
I hear he bleeds easy. So he can right over top of the eye.
He cries a lot too.
Good luck getting me in the air, Michael. But guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have women's champ, Micah.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, our comprehensive inpatient rehabilitation program helps get you back to living life. With an 8-bed unit for patients 18 and over, our caring team of doctors, nurses, and rehabilitation specialists work with you, providing a full line of services to help you restore your capabilities and get you back home and back to living. Logan Regional Medical Center, providing inpatient rehabilitation close to home.
Call 304-752-3474 and see Missy Birchfield at your good friends at State Farm in Logan, West Virginia. She gives out free insurance quotes, so make sure you see her at State Farm.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
And we are back here, West Virginia, in Logan County. We got Billy Davis to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy, producer KJ, and we got women's champ Micah. Micah, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, first of all, you come in here. I mean, I knew you had hardware, but I didn't know you was rocking this kind of hardware.
Yep.
Tell us what these two belts are.
Okay, well, this one is the ASW Women's Champion.
Okay.
And this one is the Regatta Pro Women's Champion. And then I also hold the ACW Women's Championship as well.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So
Which one did you just win, the other night?
I've had these for a couple years now, along with the ACW.
She
one,
defended
I defended this
yeah.
one.
Oh, defended that one. Okay.
Yeah. And not only defended it against a male wrestler. So a
male wrestler.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's back up just a little bit, okay? A male. Tell us a little bit about this, okay? When you said women's champion, everybody like she's whipped a lot of women, and now you just said against the male wrestler. So tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so I want to prove myself as a great wrestler. So a great wrestler can wrestle both. So I put my title on the line.
And somebody stepped up and said, I got you.
They sure did, yep.
Yeah, they said they wanted some, and they paid for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about. First of all, being a woman in an industry like wrestling, I know it's got to be hard, especially around our areas where not a lot of women has went that route. Just talk about, breaking into it. What was it? Did people pay you? Was it hard to earn the respect of the people around the industry, or is it something that you're still in the process of earning?
I think it's a little bit of both. I was trained really well. I had two really respected trainers in West Virginia, and Chance Profit and Jason Kincaid. So they knew I come from good people, and but I did have to prove myself 100%. I had to prove myself. I can go with the girls and I can go with the guys.
Yeah.
And still proving myself to go with the guys. I do that all the time.
Well, let me ask you, growing up, obviously you was a standout two-sport star here at Man, basketball and softball. After high school, was wrestling, was that something that you picked up to help feed that competitive hunger?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. I wanted to be a wrestler ever since I was small.
Yeah.
It was always the thing I wanted to do. But, when you're 18, you're like, you need to do the right thing and go to nursing school. So that's what I did. But there was always that part of me that was like, what if?
Yeah.
What if I did this wrestling thing?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to live a life full of regrets. So that's why I messaged Chance Profit, and I was like, can I come in for a tryout? And I came in for a tryout on my birthday.
Well, I'll give you a little background of Micah. If you guys don't know, Micah's my first cousin. And Micah, when she was younger, her mom and them, all they done is put her in beauty pageants. Her and her sister grew up in beauty pageants. And
so she was a girly girl.
Yeah, she was a girly girl there until she got to high school, and she was a daddy's girl. My Uncle Mike, listen, her and Uncle Mike was like this. And but whenever you take, and then Micah, a lot of people don't know is, our uncle was one of the most famous wrestlers to ever come out of the Cofield, whether it's Smoky Mountain Wrestling, it was the NWA, and he still, I'm pretty sure he still holds the records for holding the most belts at one time. I got a picture of him, and it's got like 5 or 6 belts.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and his name is Big Bob McCoy.
Bob McCoy.
He owned a car lot up at Cliffside and run it for years, but later on in life, he was a big guy, and they had him wrestling midgets. They'd have 4 or 5 midgets wrestling, but I remember going to the Winston Fieldhouse and watching him when it come to the Road Warriors, the Samoans, Ric Flair. One time, a lot of people don't know, Ric Flair, he brought up to Debbie and Adams up there after one of their events, and he was a big deal. And I noticed one of your wrestling pictures, you have his hat on, his cowboy hat. Just talk about that lineage. How many people have you met in the community that know you're Big Bob's niece, and that's got to help you earn a little bit of respect itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So my trainer, first of all, like I told him, he emailed me back and he's like, well, why do you want to be a wrestler? And I'm like, well, I feel like it's kind of in my blood, like, you know, Big Bob. And he was like, oh, are you serious? And then his trainer, Danny Ray, I told him, and he's like, are you kidding? Like, you're really Big Bob's niece? Yeah, I'm Big Bob's niece. So they were super excited about it because he is so respected in West Virginia. Like, he is an absolute pioneer of West Virginia wrestling. We wouldn't have the ASWs, we wouldn't have Regatta Pro, we wouldn't have ACW, we wouldn't have any of these West Virginia promotions if it wasn't for Big Bob.
Yeah, he was a different breed, you know, and I tell you a little trick I learned from Big Bob. You may not know it. You learned the wrestling. Well, I learned some other tricks. We used to go to 7-Eleven, and when we'd leave Cliffside, you know, there were some good-looking women worked at 7-Eleven. So we would stop in there, and he'd always pull out this big wad of cash, and it was like this thick. And he pulled out, and he'd take 20s, 50s, 100s, and then once you got about 4 bills deep, they was all ones. And he told me, he said, listen, he said, go cash $100 in ones. He said, wad it up, put your big bills outside. He said, I promise you'll never have any problem with women. So that's where I got my skills from. But
I see a couple people that's watching this just wrote that down.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 you said, huh? Yeah.
Back here at Keith's Bar and Grill, you grew up right down the road here at Mallory. Is this how many times have you been in Keith's? Is this a frequent place or?
Yeah, we were in here a lot before ball games. Like we would come in here, eat as a team, and then we'd go have our basketball game or volleyball game or whatever we were doing that night.
See, so Keith's was he's always been a huge supporter, Billy, of the community and this.
Oh yeah.
Last year, women the regattas chant. What do you hope right now? I mean, I know you still do nursing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which that's where Billy's kids are going to college for.
Yeah.
He's got 2 nurses right now, flight nurses, and but when you take and look this wrestling thing, how far are you content with nursing and doing this on weekends, or are you hoping or seeking an opportunity like hoping somebody will see you and maybe take it to the big stage? But what do you want to do with wrestling?
For sure, I would love for wrestling to be my only job. I want to, the big companies is where I want to be, whether that's, one of the big 3 in America, whether that's in Mexico or Japan. Like, I want to be in a big company wrestling full time.
Let me ask you this: when you're wrestling these promoters, what's the weirdest situation that they put you in or ask you to do? If they ask you to, wrestlers, sometimes they bleed. Do you got to bleed? Go through tables. I know I've seen situations where you got a high flying act. What's the oddest situation in wrestling you've been in?
I would say it was actually with the NWA. Okay. So I was invited to Cleveland to do extra work for NWA, and I get there and Tom Pritchard's like, I need 3 girls to be managers tonight, and I'm like, okay, I've got stuff to be a manager with. I think I'm just going to be a manager at the time, and he's like, no, you got to be a bartender too, because it was with the Bushwhackers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And, so anytime somebody got a pinfall, we had to give them a shot, and some of them were like apple juice, but the Bushwhackers was like, nah, you fill ours up. So that was pretty fun, and it was on pay-per-view, so it was a really good experience, but it was definitely the most odd thing. And I actually was a bartender when I was going through nursing school, so I was like, thank goodness, because I had to carry the tray out there, and I had all the drinks on it, and I'm like, if I spill this on a pay-per-view, I'm going to be so mad at myself.
Well, when you sit here, by the way, if anybody's got any questions at home, leave it in the comments section. But when you take and look at that right there, well, I'll tell you that one of the situations that our uncle was in. One time the Samoans come to town, and we went to Food City, and we had to buy the deli out of fish, raw fish, and they used to take and they'd eat the raw fish, on stage. That's part of their act. And that's something, just watching you have the charisma, you have I think the support in the area, I think it's just getting that shot, getting, that promoter that, to see you, because, you can, like, you got, when I went the other day, your fan section's probably bigger, if not bigger, than any other wrestlers right now. And that's something, Billy, that comes through hard work, and that comes through you just grinding over these years. It don't come overnight.
No, it sure don't. I tell you, it blows me away. I mean, she's just sitting here, and I'm just still thinking to myself, she just beat a dude the other day for a belt. I mean, you know what I mean? I grew up watching wrestling all my life and everything. I know KJ's a big fan of it. He stepped back there nodding his head. And we're just like, she just beat a dude the other day. I mean, she's got these belts. I mean, you know what I mean? She's got some guns on her, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she definitely built bigger than JJ. You know what I mean? She probably hurt him.
She does. I guarantee you she beat him in arm wrestling.
But you know what I mean? I seen some of these dudes when they come in, like, and then she had him belts and dropped her head.
She'll humble you real quick.
They're like, no.
Well, you got TJ Blevins over here. He's probably the only guy in this house that could rival you with hardware with his state championships.
He's got a lot of them over.
But let me ask you this: do you think you know enough about wrestling? Could you teach somebody like Billy wrestling?
Oh, Lord of mercy! You put her on the spot, didn't you?
I can teach him what I've been taught.
Could you teach Billy how to lock up into an arm lock? Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, I think I could get that one.
Are you down for it, Billy?
No.
Hop up here. Let her teach you how to lock up.
Let's see her lock you up.
Let's
see that happen.
I'm just going to warn you.
Your family, so if she hurts you, it won't be no big deal.
I'll do it. But I'm just warning you, Micah. You might get hurt.
KJ.
All right.
Call the ambulance and check our insurance policy real quick, okay?
Hop back here, Micah. So I don't know a ton about this.
You gotta get over in front of the camera.
Yes, we're through
Scoot
this.
over, he said.
Let's scoot this over here.
Yeah,
okay.
He said scoot over.
So I know when you go to lock up.
Collar and elbow.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's gonna hurt him right here.
Where's this hand?
Right here.
It's gonna be bad.
This one will be here on me.
Okay, so this one here, right here.
Yep.
Okay. Whenever you do, so you're tumbling. Now, how do you put me in an arm lock?
So from this one, I'll get rid of this.
Yeah.
I'll walk here, and then I come over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Your wife just said for $20 she wants her to drop you. You know.
She probably does. Yeah.
Me and TJ had 50 over here. She body slams you through one of these tables.
That's my next thing. Have you ever went through a table yet, or a ladder?
I've not went through a table yet. I did get a DDT on a table, and it didn't break. But I've got essentially a DDT.
Is that better if it breaks, or where it gives, or not? If it don't break?
We didn't ask anybody if we could do the spot, so it was a good thing it didn't break.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
We just got out there, and you mentioned earlier about women wanting to prove themselves, and me and Danny Moe was like, how do we prove that, we're meant to be here on semi-main? We want to have a really good match, a memorable match, where we stand out. And that's when I was like, I'll take something on the table, and then she suplexed me through the chairs, and we had fun. It was a lot of fun.
How come we don't do it? We're tight. And you? How come I don't suplex you through a table or nothing, huh? KJ, he ever let you suplex him through a table? No.
That's the problem. But when you sit here, coming back to your hometown, obviously, a few of these people we talked earlier said they come to see you tonight, and that's got to mean a lot. That I know everywhere you go, you wear your hometown on you. What does Man West Virginia mean to Micah?
So for me, Man is all about hard work. We're the little place where we don't go out and we don't get everything. We have to work for everything we've ever had, and that's, I feel, exactly what I've done. I've never been given anything in this business. Everything that I've ever gotten, I have worked my hand off for it. So I feel like that represents man a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what man, one thing, prideful people, tough people, I mean, these haulers, these haulers and hills, I mean, listen, they're some of the toughest people in America come out of these haulers and hills here in the Coalfields.
Yeah.
So but Micah, when you sit here, coming back to man, obviously is something that you always love to do, but is there any event in the future? I mean, do you push your promoters to host an event here at Man?
Yes, I would love to be in Man. I've actually talked to Gary about it before, and he would, from All-Star, and I was like, I would love to be in Man, and he's like, yeah, I would too.
They have an event here?
Big Bob used to run the field house, so
and Gary just got put in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be an awesome fundraiser for a basketball team, wouldn't it?
I have talked to Gary about that.
Okay, so TJ Blevins, we may see a basketball fundraiser. Yeah.
I've never wrestled in Man. I've wrestled in Logan, and I'm not wrestled in Chapmanville yet, but I have wrestled in Logan, but never Man. And I've always wanted that experience of wrestling in Man, because I've been to shows, that Big Bob's, been promoting and in Man, and I'm like, I would love to do that. My hometown.
Well, in wrestling, obviously one of the big things in wrestling is your hometown. And your hometown, like Hogan's, Venice Beach, California, where do you say your hometown, Man, West Virginia, or is that where you're from?
Yeah, I either do Man. If I'm in Logan, I do Logan County. Okay. And then if I'm like out of state and they're like, oh, we want a little bit more, I'll just say from the coal fields of southern West Virginia, because that's
rip the whole area.
Yeah, whole area.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
They know that I'm coming, to throw down, because it's what we do in the southern part.
That's what we do. I like how it said. That's what we do. Cracking her knuckles. That's what we do. I don't know who's eyeballing her or what's getting ready to go down right here, but it's cracking her knuckles, and that's what we do. I mean,
well, Micah, listen, you was on our morning show last year. On here now, wrestling's something that you can tell. It's starting to pick back up with the recent success of shows like Wrestlers on Netflix, and the WWE's on Netflix now. So wrestling's starting to pick up, and you being the regatta champ, you're all over the place, postered here in the area. It's just a matter of time before you hit the big screen, and I cannot wait to begin with. And listen, I hope whenever you do get on the big screen that you'll still answer our calls for interviews.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what organizations are you with right now? If we have over 66,000 followers. If you've got somebody right now that's on there going, hey, I need to get them to my town, what organization would they need to get a hold of?
As far as indies or?
Yeah, as far as you guys coming and wrestling, and what organization are you wrestling?
If somebody wanted to book Micah, how do they go about getting a hold of it?
Okay, just on my socials, if you want me. I wrestled everywhere from North Carolina to Maryland, to Kentucky, Ohio quite a bit actually. So I'm a little bit everywhere. If you want to book me.
So you're
my socials.
What is it? You just Micah, or what's it under?
Yep, I'm Micah.
Just Micah.
Yep, and
on Twitter and everything.
I'm _ Micah Pro on Instagram and Twitter, and then I'm just Micah on Facebook.
There you go.
Yeah, and growing up in wrestling, like if we had to sit here, and kind of refer ourselves to wrestlers. I guess Billy. He kind of reminds me of a.
Use that arm lock right here.
Of a what was the guy's name that used to be the cowboy that come out with the belt and on WCW. And then that, me, listen, if I don't slow down, I'm going to get up close to Yokozuna's page here. And then we got a worker with us from Man, West Virginia, JJ. And if you ain't seen JJ, he reminds me a lot of the Weasel. The Weasel, the manager, yeah. So
Talking about his boy,
yeah. So, and each one, each one of our workers, KJ, KJ makes the thing go. He's the secret to success. I'll give him Eric Bishop. We kind of compare ourselves.
You just cut us off air when you did that.
To wrestlers, but I'm gonna have to get her hooked up with JJ, because JJ, I think we could get JJ to take a body slam.
What do you think? You're bigger than him.
Okay.
He's about this tall. Yeah. He would probably run.
He may have better hair than you, though.
He does. Yeah, he does got a good perm going. You know what I mean? But now, he for the right amount of money, I think he probably would.
Yeah, I guarantee he would.
I mean, I think he would. I'd like to see you come somewhere local around here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wrestling. It used to come closer a lot more. You know what I mean? You used to have it at the field house every now and then at Williamson. And I think you might have had it a few times at Logan Field House, maybe.
Yeah.
But like I said, it used to come to Williamson pretty often.
Yeah.
Then they just about done away with it. But now I think the new people that's over at the field house has talked about bringing wrestling and stuff. I know they brought a few concerts and stuff in there. I'd like to see that, because there's a lot of wrestlers. I know it ain't the same thing, wrestling in high school and stuff, and being pro like she is. But there's a lot of people that would like to see that. You know what I mean? It's something out of the everyday ordinary. You know what I'm saying? I mean that in a good way. I mean, that'd be something I'd go watch. I mean,
it gives them something to do. And
and like I said, it ain't the everyday ordinary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, Micah, after she was a star athlete, and it helped her feed that competitive edge.
I hope some people that's watching there on here, I hope you get a hold of her and you see and you bring her in, maybe to your business or something, or bring her into a school or something. Book her and get her to come to school. Let her tell these little young girls, I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
Plus I wrestle. Because wrestling teams in high school and middle school has boomed around here lately.
Especially
and
with
I'd
girls
I'd like to see her be able to tell them, hey, I got my nursing degree.
Well,
but
I'm
also a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with being a wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's how you grow the sport. And if you've been at Madison, I mean, a packed out house. Gary got in the ASW Hall of Fame. I mean, it was a great show. But the thing is, you don't understand the community and the passion for wrestling until you go to one of these events and see the fans. The fans are second to none. Neil Carter says, do you know a Neil Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, he says, Micah, he said, just sing the Man Fight song. It tells a lot about your pride.
It does.
Yeah. So do you know the Man Fight song?
I do.
Do you? How's the first couple words of it go?
Beer, beer for Old Man High.
Okay. Is that it, TJ?
Yeah, there you go. And I'm sure Coach Blevins loves hearing you say that. But we got to make that happen. We got to get a basketball fundraiser with ASW and get Micah back here in Man West Virginia.
I could see us doing it. I really could.
Yeah, we got.
Let's make it happen, KJ. We can do it. I promise you, if anybody can do it, it's us.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get that going. But Micah, we kept you a little longer, and you probably wanted to be here, but we appreciate you teaching us some of your moves, telling some of the secrets, and I don't want to go too much because I want to bring you on the show later on, during whenever this is our first episode of Big D's Traveling Roadshow, so I want to bring you on maybe in another city and talk to you a little bit more, and but I'm here in Micah's stomping ground, so we had to have you here. But I appreciate you coming on. And listen, when it comes to wrestling, if you guys have not been out, whether it's ASW, what's the other organization?
We've got ACW, and we've got Regatta, and also a huge shout out to Power Slam Pro, because that's where I come from. Okay. I'm a former Power Slam Pro champion, so that's actually our man's belt, and I won it. So I've been beating up boys for a long time.
Oh, Lord. Well, she says that, but listen, the old family reunions at Logan, she may have took a black eye or two. I'm just saying,
That's what happened to that hair on your head, son. Put them knots on it when it fell out.
And Micah, I see you might have more tattoos than I got. Is that something that with the character, is that something that, not only you probably got the passion, you get one, you want to get others, but, does that help grow the character as well?
I think it does, yeah. I've always, even since I was younger, I wanted tattoos, and you know my dad, and he was just absolutely not. So,
he'd flip over in his grave.
Oh, he would, yeah. I'm like, sorry, Dad, here's another one.
But I guarantee you, if his daughter said she really wanted it, he'd make it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Micah, if you guys have never seen her wrestle, make sure you get out. Regatta's coming up, right?
Yes, we typically run right around in July, right around July 4th when the Stern Wheel Regatta happens in Charleston. So I'll definitely be there.
Will you be defending the belt?
Don't know yet, but I'll definitely be there.
She cannot tell us yet, buddy.
Yeah.
She can't lay all that out right
There you go. She ain't telling her
We're
secrets,
in, but we're not in that far, okay? She's going to bring the belts and show them to us this time. Later on, she'll tell us about everything else going on.
Well, guys, go follow Micah on Facebook. It's simply Micah, M-I-K-A. What other social medias do you got?
And on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, I am at _Micah Pro.
Okay. Make sure you guys go follow her. Check out the latest events, and your next event, where can everybody catch you?
So next event is going to be in Danville, Kentucky.
Danville.
Okay. And then that's going to be on Friday, and then on Saturday I'm going to be in Taze Valley for ACW. I will be defending my ACW Women's Championship there.
In Taze Valley?
Taze Valley.
All right, yeah.
There you go, right there.
So we may have to come down there for that, but Micah, we're going to let you go. We know you're a busy woman. You got a ton to do, but listen, we really hope, you're kind of a pride of the Coalfields, and, everybody around here is supporting you, and they want to see you reach the highest stage. So, I hope you reach the highest level, and I hope you take the area with you. So, thanks for joining us. And, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come right back. Big D's Traveling Roadshow live from Keith's Bar and Grill in Mann, West Virginia.
Come on down to Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia, and let us fill all your shopping needs. It's the holiday season. Don't be left without a gift to give. We got 90-day layaway, delivery. We got the best prices around. We will beat anybody's prices. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. 7 days a week we're open, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday through Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 11 to 6. Also, come find a treasure in our pallet bins. We got great deals. You never know what you'll find in our bins. That's Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia. We look forward to seeing you.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Smokey Armstrong with United Motorsports in Danville. Stop in today and check out the great deals on Can-Am, side-by-sides, and ATVs. And let the good times roll on a new Kawasaki, plus promo financing available now. And savings up to $7,500 on selected units. Right now, get limited time offers on new Yamaha motorcycles. We've got new, pre-owned. We have parts, service, and financing to get you approved. United Motorsports in Danville, West Virginia.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the Coalfields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back here at Keith's Bar and Grill in Man, West Virginia. We got Billy Davis to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy. And Billy, been a awesome show with Micah, Coach TJ Blevins. I mean, hardware galore in here.
Yeah, listen, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this championship belt that she beat a guy that challenged her over. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm still. I mean, I know TJ over here's won everything. And
did you see the guns on her?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. She's intimidating, buddy.
You're not gonna mess with her, are you?
Nah, I'm good. I'm fine. You know what I mean? I'm fine. She's, real well spoken, man. And you can tell she's focused on what she's doing. I like where she's got that nursing degree and everything too.
I want to see her take this to the highest level.
Yeah, I love to see her do it. And then, it really made me happy to hear her say that promised TJ over here that she'd make it happen, bringing the wrestling event over here to Man, West Virginia. That's awesome, man. You're giving back to your hometown, actually giving back to your hometown. Yep. You know what I mean? A lot of people says it. Very few people does it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? These people over here, I'll tell you what, we're going to have to order something here before too long because, man, this food flying by me right now looks awfully good.
Well, we got a couple things here real quick to go over. By the way, Logan and Chapmanville is on D&D Plus right now, and Logan's up 1-0 on the Chapmanville Tigers on Chapmanville's home field. So,
there's a rival game.
Yeah, that's, let's see. Trying to see what inning it's in. It's in the top of the third.
Top of the third.
Logan leads 1-0.
Yeah.
And then, as we're sitting here, we want to thank everybody that's tuning in. We want to thank all the people here at the bar. And listen, we want to give back too. But before we get there, we're getting ready to give away a chance at some code hard cash. But
I did it.
We want to tell everybody about some of the things going on in the area. And coming up, Billy, on May 1st, Dirt Days in Williamson, West Virginia, we're going to have Big D's Traveling Roadshow going to Starter Sports Bar and Grill that Friday night. But really neat, on May 1st, they're going to have drag racing out behind the Mexican restaurant, ATV drag racing, and I cannot wait. And it's going to be live right here on D&D Sports.
No, that the first or the second? The second is a drag race, isn't it?
The show's on the first. The show's the race.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That's awesome, man. I mean, that's and I've been watching on Facebook because that's the hub of social media in the mountains, and I've been seeing all these big time people that's really stepping up this year for that. I've seen the Kirks are involved. I've seen our buddy Smokey up at United Motorsports is involved. McCoy's Motorsports is involved. And Wes Wilson and all of them's in it as usual. Man, listen, you can't get better drone coverage and stuff than Wes Wilson. But, hey, I mean, there's some big people that's really put this thing together this year. And, man, I think it's just going to be awesome. They're going to have us there. Like I said, we'll be there on Friday night. Starters are going to be rocking, man. I mean, I was talking to the people at Starters just the other day, okay? And they're like, going to have a food special. We're going to have a drink special. We're going to have this. They're going to give this away. I mean, this woman that's the manager there,
Kathy,
is absolutely loving this. And I don't blame her. What's coming to downtown Williamson the first weekend of May is going to be awesome.
It's huge. You got Dirt Days coming to Williamson. Then they're going to have fireworks shows. They're going to shut down the city of Williamson, and they're going to do a big wheel race down Main Street of Williamson before the drag racing starts. So, a lot of good things. They're going to have plenty of vendors, plenty of stuff to sell. They're going to have a lot of things available there at Dirt Days. And I really like what they've done this year. In past, Dirt Days, it's kind of got covered up a lot by Trail Fest, Hillbilly Days, all that. This year, I'm telling you, they have took and brought the best of the best and got, the best people involved to make sure this event goes out without a hitch. And you got United Motorsports, you got the McCoy folks coming over. They're joining forces, going to try to make sure this event is the best possible event for our area. They understand how important it is to grow. And Starters has brought us on board. Stephen Jesse's involved over the drag race, and he's brought us aboard. The people over at the Chamber of Commerce. It's one. Ashley Hatfield has been amazing to work with. And listen, hey, it never hurts with the controversy that popped up over the T-shirts.
Oh my God!
T-shirts.
Don't even get started over that. We'll get somebody will ban us right here in a second.
So
it's coming, KJ.
Yeah, right before that event, always before an event, you want some controversy like that, and they've been some controversy over T-shirts being made.
Yeah.
But that just tells that people's actually caring and getting into the event.
People's wanting it.
Yeah, they're wanting
it. They're wanting it, and I'm in Wimpson. I don't know but one of my sons lives in Wimpson. I'm in Wimpson a lot, and here in the last week, you've heard a lot of the buzz over dirt days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people wondering what they're bringing in. They're bringing in all kinds of food trucks, but I think they're trying to tell them not to bring in like food trucks of established businesses and sponsors and stuff. I really like that too, because mom and pop business, that's what they're there for. When you bring stuff in and stuff like that. And Trail Riders is always in Wimpson. Huge hub. Yep. Wimpson is where it's right there on the line of Kentucky. It's a huge hub for trail riders to come in and get to experience this. That's like you was talking about a while ago. They got to have something else besides just riding on that trail all day. And now they're going to have dirt drags. They're going to have fireworks after the show's over. Somebody told me they're having an after party or something at Starters Saturday night.
They're going to have music there. They're going to have a couple stages set up, different music available. I mean, it's a great event from top to bottom, and it's all because of the Smokey Armstrongs, the folks at United Motorsports, McCoys, all the Fletchers. All them people that's involved in making this happen is why this event has blew up this year.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, like I said, I try to get encourage a few other towns to do and stuff like this right here. And, Winston, a couple years ago, they had real bad rain one weekend, and they could have looked at it and said, this didn't work just because of a low turnout because of rain. Hello, it's dirt days.
Yeah.
Big deal, it's mud.
That's
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't come because they thought it rained. Who cares? You're in side-by-sides. Okay, we go from a dirt pit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know the fire department's a big part of that up Wimpson.
Yeah.
My chief, Dump Kermit's on Wimpson Fire Department, and my assistant chief. And they're a big part of helping them over there. Yeah. And, hey, they have the right people involved this year. Yeah. I really do think it's going to be a monster success. I've seen it advertised everywhere. Everybody always said, well, we really didn't know when it was. It wasn't advertised right. Well, I don't know where you'd be this year if you didn't see the advertising for it, because everywhere you turn, they're there.
It's blew Facebook up, and and I could tell you that there's every T-shirt shop around is making shirts right now. But we suggest you get yours off dirt days. But there's a lot of local businesses. That's why you do events like this, so local businesses can benefit. I hope that everybody benefits from this. I hope the event is
That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly what it's for.
Billy, we've come to that time in the show. Listen, we're going to talk here in a minute about some of the other stuff that's going on in the area. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's our turn to give back. Or try to give back. Let's see how good the people is.
We're giving KJ's truck away?
Yeah, we're giving KJ's truck. Well, I'm sure he'll give it to you if you take the payment with it.
No. No. I've seen that payment book. It looked like a New York phone book.
But listen, let's see if we can get somebody in here. Hey, guys, does anybody in here want a chance to win some Code Hard cash?
Anybody?
You want to win some Code Hard cash?
I think everybody will see.
Come on down here. Come on up here. Come on, you got a chance to win $50. Come on up here. Yeah, it's an easy chance to win. Come on down here.
Everybody else is digging in.
Does one of y'all want to win? Anybody want to win cash?
They're over there eating their food.
I guess everybody's got deep pockets in this place.
They're all over there like, leave us alone, buddy. We're eating our food.
What you got to do? Come on down. I'll tell you what you got to do.
Here we go. You got to wash Darryl's car.
And now everybody's going to look at themselves and realize how silly they sound for not coming down here, because you got an easy chance to win $50. Okay.
You got to wash Darryl's car.
You got to go over to that dartboard and throw a bullseye.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you said you can.
You can do it.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's go over here to the dartboard and let's see if you can do it. Come on over here. What's your name, Katie? Katie. All right.
Hey, he never said how far you had to be from it. Did anybody else not hear that? I need to see no rule book.
Now, well, first of all, we got to start, Katie. Do you know where the bullseye's at? Okay. Do you know what the center part and do you know what the red part is called?
No, I don't know what it's called.
Okay, the center part is double bulls. All right, the red outside it is just a bullseye. So I tell you what, if you hit the red part, you win $50. If you hit the center part, you win $100.
$100.
Yeah. So do you think you can do it?
Probably not, but I'll give it a shot.
Darryl,
first
you
of
can't
all,
give her no post-dated check.
How old are you and where are you from?
34. I'm from Almond County.
What high school did you go to?
West Side.
West Side.
Just like Tupac
She ain't
said,
gonna hit
West
that.
Side's the best side.
That is right.
So let's see. The bells are ringing behind us. Let's see if you got what it takes. All right. I didn't get it. Guys, give Katie a round of applause.
That's a warm-up.
Yeah.
You got to give her a warm-up.
Well, do you think you could do it again, Katie?
That's just a warm-up. She's a pro.
Here you go. Let's get this. Let's get this right here.
She wasn't that far off. I think it's close what counts.
All right, Katie. We're going to give you one more chance here. So let's see if you can hit it this time. There you go, Katie. We tried. There you go.
Yeah.
So next time we come, work on your game. Next time you come, maybe we can get it down for you. Okay?
All right. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, one last question. Why should people come to Keith's Bar and Grill?
We are the #1 bar and grill in the area. In Logan County, we have the best food around. We got the best drinks.
And the best staff, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. We talked about Katie, Kaylee, Keith, Jacob, but who's the people back in the back that don't get the recognition?
Our cooks, they're the best cooks. Yvonne, Jasmine, Crystal, they are awesome.
Well, Katie, we appreciate it and appreciate you coming down and trying. And hopefully next time you work on your game and you win some cash next time. Sound good? All right. Thanks, Katie. All right. Neil Carter's watching online. As you sitting here looking, Billy, very easy way to win cash.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Big D's Roadshow, we're going to do this different areas we go. You never know. This time it could be darts.
Mm-hmm.
One time it might be cornhole. It
Oh,
could be
yeah,
an arm
cornhole.
wrestling contest.
Oh,
You know,
really?
But we're going to find unique ways to give away cash thanks to some lucky sponsors. So, that right there was courtesy of Jim Mars Services.
Jim
We
Mars
appreciate
Services.
them. If you want a job in the coal fields, in the coal industry, make sure you hit up Jim Mars, located in Logan, West Virginia. And they got another office in where? In Willie. So,
Yeah, they are hiring right now.
yeah, they're hiring. Make sure you hit them up. They got above ground, underground, red hat, green hat. They're hiring for every job.
Yeah.
Well, their new location's not at Logan anymore. It's up at 22 Mine Road up there on the mountain.
Oh, 22 Mine Road.
Yeah. And anybody from this area, when you mention 22 Mine Road, what do you got to mention?
The Ghost.
Mimi Thurman.
The Ghost.
The ghost of Mimi Thurman. You ever done it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if it goes backwards up the hill or not. Yeah.
If you guys never read that book, make sure you go read that book and hear about the legacy of Mimi Thurman.
But if you do it, the challenge, do it at night. Because the coal trucks come off that hill all day long.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's really neat. For you guys that don't know, it's a bridge. It's going, the bridge is going downhill, and it pushes you, it's going uphill and it pushes you downhill. The ghost does, Mimi Thurman. The story was Mimi got through over that bridge. And a lot of people said, she was from Logan. I think she was messing around with a banker or something, and
She got through over the bridge?
Yeah, got through over it. Yeah.
You think if that's true, that should be the same story on Kermit Bridge.
Yeah, it's
people went over there.
That's true. Yeah, that. Well, you look. You got that. In our area, it's unique. You got the Dingus Tunnel.
Oh yeah, Dingus Tunnel.
I mean, a lot of interesting little situations like that.
The Dingus Tunnel actually has started to really turn into a tourist place. Yep. I don't know whether you realize that or not, but I was at the gas station in Lenore the other day. They had T-shirts of the Dingus Tunnel and had people driving from all over just to drive through that big long tunnel right there at Dingus. It blew their mind. Yep. You know what I mean? Hot rod clubs and stuff. I bet that's what was there. A Mustang hot rod club somewhere out west. It was on their path to North Carolina.
I just delivered I used to deliver newspapers through Dingus, and that's en route to Cowboy Lingo State Park.
Lingo,
Now, Billy, do you know Cowboy Lingo? Do you know how that state park got its name?
No, don't. Actually, I don't.
Cabell County, Wayne County, Lincoln County.
Is that how they
Lingo,
come up with that name?
Yeah, Cowboy Lingo.
I didn't know that, and I've been there a million times.
I didn't either until I delivered papers.
The Hatfield-McCoy trails go down in the Cowboy Lingo now. I'm telling you what.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they put a trailhead down there, man. It's really starting to blow up down there. My mom and dad just went riding on the trail down there just the other day. I would have never thought it all my life that there would be a trailhead in Cowboy Lingo. But they are. I mean, it's a really nice place in there. They took the park down there where the pool used to be and everything, made it into campgrounds and stuff. Yep. It's really nice down there. And that's another place that we've been talking about that it's helped out. Yep. I mean, normally you wouldn't go to Cowboy Lingo for nothing. You go to Painesville Lake, Yatesville, whatever, because there's no lake down there.
Listen, Billy, without coal in our area, we've got to make sure tourism pops off. Yeah. And here's why you do that. You take in tourism, you look at all of our areas, stuff that we take for granted. And you go to Myrtle Beach, you talk to the locals around there, they're like, we never go to the beach. You talk to somebody, two blocks out, they're like, oh, we don't ever go to the beach. Yeah. You take for granted the beauty and the opportunity you got there. Here, we got the Hatfield and McCoy Trail, which when it first started, I'll admit, I was dead against because I was like, you're going to charge me to ride in these hills I've rode in my whole life.
Forever.
Yeah, and it was hard for everybody to get, conception of that. But now, that is our way of thriving again here in the Coalfields. You take and you look at what's the pond right before you go up through the tunnel up Lenore there. What's that?
Laurel Lake.
Yeah, Laurel Lake. Mm-hmm. That's areas that people go by every day. But and then if you're not from up that way, a lot of people live in Williamson. They've never been to Laurel Lake, but we take for granted that beauty we got right here. This is the most beautiful place on earth. There's no other place in America that is like this. The weather can change at a whim. You can go have flat grounds. One section, then you got the mountains, then you got valleys, you got the hollers, the hills. It's very unique right here where we live at, and we've got to take advantage of the gifts God gave us.
I just seen, talking about Laurel Lake, I just seen this the other day where Nathan Brown and Diane Hannon, all of them from the county commission, they got some big grant for up Laurel Lake now. They're going to bring back like kayak rentals and stuff this summer and all that. You remember the old paddle boats? They used to have paddle boats up Laurel Lake and stuff you could rent and stuff. And now I think it's awesome to bring kayaks and stuff back doing it.
You can do that year-round. During wintertime, it freezes over. Do ice skating. Yeah, it's beautiful during the winter.
That's a great lake. I hope they put a lot of effort into it because, like I said, that's a great lake.
It's beautiful
I've fished
up there.
on it all my life. Yep. Never done best, but it's just a great place. They had the pool up there. I heard they're going to maybe in the next year redo the pool up there. Yeah. I love it for kids up that way to have something to do. And as you get that, there's campgrounds all up through there. You know what I mean?
That's what we're talking about. That's why we say, that's part of this Big D's Traveling Road Show. We want people to understand these communities, understand the people in these communities, the business owners, the local high school coaches, the people that's famous from these areas. We want everybody to tell stories about why our area is so special and help bring a spotlight to our area, whether it's businesses, whether it's sports teams, it's schools. That's why this show is so important.
I was talking the other day just to Jason Dempsey, Quality Metal. Our buddy's done Quality Metal down there. And he sent me this right here. Now, listen, I've grown up in Kermit all my life and know everybody up Laurel Creek. Half my family lives up Laurel Creek at Lenore. And he was showing me this. He sent me this. His sister, Julie, has cabins and stuff up where the old Lenore middle school football field used to be up Laurel Creek. And I didn't even know it. It's called the Hidden Jewel.
Yeah.
Because, there's people message our page all the time. Where can I stay at? Where can I do this? I didn't even know that was up there. You know what I mean? And I've been up, like I said, I go right past there. Half my family lives up right Fork of Laurel. I didn't even realize that was over there. And they got trail cabins and stuff over that way.
Have you ever been to PT-12, to Devil's Backbone, to them areas? Like, it is, people don't understand what we have right here, what we have available. And that's what we've got to take advantage of. That's why people like at the Wimpson Fieldhouse, listen, the Fletchers, Jared Dean and them, they do an amazing job bringing opportunities to our area. And that's what we need. More concerts. We need wrestling events.
I love that they're going to bring a wrestling event right here. And man, that's going to be awesome right there.
Listen, next year, if you're Dirt Days, put a ring right in the city, right at the four-way spot right there in front of the courthouse, and let's wrestle on Main Street.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
There where they used to put that stage at?
Yeah, Hillbilly Days used to do that.
Like where they used to put that stage for King Cole and stuff would be a great spot right there for it.
Listen, these next 2 weekends, this weekend coming up, not only do we got my birthday, so we'll take that aside.
I turned 75.
We got my birthday, then we got Hillbilly Days this weekend in Pikeville, and then next weekend we got Dirt Days in Williamson, West Virginia. See you guys. Huh? Hillbilly Days, you never been there? Where are you from? Oh, okay. So are you here for the trails? You care to come over here and talk real quick? I won't keep you long. Just a second. There's like 15
of us down here.
Oh, there really?
Oh, yeah, we get a big twice-a-year trip.
15 of them here.
Listen, guys, we got this fine fella right here now. What's your name?
My name's Lance.
Lance, and where'd you say you're from?
I'm from Orland, Indiana.
So you're a Hoosier.
Yeah, well, transplant, but yeah.
Oh, God, listen, I'm a Kentucky Wildcat. So yeah.
I was born in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so you do got a little good in you.
A little bit.
Yeah. You're coming here. I take it. You're an avid side-by-side rider. First of all, what are you riding?
Oh, I have a Segway Villain. Okay. Which they're fresh on the market.
Segway, yeah. United just started selling them over at Pikeville.
You're going to start seeing them. Which the Rex are pretty good machines. I had the first one that my dealership ever sold. They're 105 horse. I mean, they're really nice machines at a fraction of the cost of what a Polaris is.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Like you can get a brand new one, $16,000 out the door, fully loaded.
Wow.
And you can get that at United Motorsports, guys.
United Motorsports has them. They just started getting them on the market.
I've got 6,000 miles on mine. The only thing I've done is change a belt.
Wow. And this is your 5th time coming to Hatfield McCoy Trail?
Well, 5th year.
5th year coming. He comes twice a year.
So something you and your friends and a bunch of y'all do, right?
There's usually about 14 of us that come down. We have about 10 to 12 machines.
Wow. Where are you staying at?
We usually stay in at Trails Inn across the street. They are very, very nice people. Yeah. They have saved our butt several times. We had a trailer bearing go bad. He threw us the keys to his truck and said, "Go do what you got to do." We stayed at the Colonial. Just depends on who has openings.
Who has openings.
And both of them have been really good to us.
Yeah. Now, how long were y'all in for?
We got here today. I'll go home on Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday.
So you will be here during Hillbilly Days.
Yeah.
Okay, Hillbilly Days. It's something. It starts tonight. The big nights. Friday is one of the biggest nights, and then Saturday is when they have the parade and all that. But it is. Okay. Yeah.
It's a big fundraiser for the Shriners Hospital.
Yeah, and when I say it is big, like this is when you're talking to U.S., it's a top 3 festival in the U.S. Of its kind. There's people. There's people from Australia. It's in Pikeville, Kentucky. Yeah. They have music, vendors. I mean, when I'm talking, it's not a small. Pikeville is probably the biggest city we got around here. Yeah. And this is a huge event, town-wide. They got rides, games, everything. But if you've never been here, the food is the best. Funnel, you like funnel cakes?
Oh, I can't eat them.
Oh, can't eat funnel cakes. Yeah,
sugar, buddy.
I'm
trying to kill him.
I love them. I got trying to kill him.
Yeah. My wife tells me I can't eat them too, but I have to sneak every now and then.
My doctor said that I'm not allowed to eat anything fatty. And then my wife said, no. He said, don't eat anything fatty.
Oh, he called you fatty.
So there's the difference.
Yeah.
We have the same doctor.
But when you sit here and look, at this event, and I really do, I hope that you take advantage of Hillbilly Days.
Awesome.
I mean, like last year, I think Chris Stapleton was over there in
at the expo.
At the expo center. Like, they bring in a huge event on Friday nights, big concert.
They got free concerts out on the stage during the week.
All around the town they got free concerts.
Carnival.
Yeah. Tyler Childers once played in one of the free concerts. It's just it's a huge event. But if you're here this weekend, if you don't go, you'll regret it.
So when you come in every year, you come to Case.
Oh yeah.
Come here and eat.
Oh yeah. I've got like 3 or 4 of the T-shirts.
Yeah.
Well, my question.
We'll be here probably. We'll probably be here at least 4 to 5 times this week.
Oh yeah, I love Case.
My question: do you got a $1 bill on the wall?
They got a $1 bill.
Yeah, somewhere. I forget where.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So right now you're with how many friends?
There's 14 of us.
14 of you come down. Is all y'all from Indiana?
Some from Michigan, some from Ohio. We have a friend from Milwaukee, Wisconsin that comes with us.
He brought Ohio people in.
Which we met. We actually met our friends of ours from Milwaukee here.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
And ever since we met them, we all meet our trips together here.
Yeah, that's awesome right there.
Man. Hey, you see, I don't know whether you know it, but this area, it used to thrive on coal. This is coal country. Yeah, and when the war on coal went, a lot of our area is starting to disappear. So that's why we love tourists like y'all. Y'all coming here, that's and I guarantee you, you probably went a lot of places on the road. I guarantee you ain't met friendlier people, right?
No, I haven't. Even one of the other places, we go to a couple of places down in Tennessee, stuff like that.
Yeah,
this is probably the one I like the most. Which a lot of people are like, well, you've been 10 times, you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's constant. It's the atmosphere down here.
Yeah.
Everybody's so welcoming.
Yeah.
It's the getaway. I mean, it's just a getaway.
Yeah. You got this, and then you coming over tonight. You got to see the women's heavyweight champion here. But it's something that I did. I'm glad you took the time to come over here and talk to us and told us what you was riding, and told us why you was here, because we got 60,000 people that follow us, and who knows who's going to see us show. So your words, you're one of these tourists come from a couple. Well, not more than a couple. About 7 hours away? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 7 hours away to come here. So I mean, you hear it from one of the tourists here that rides these Hatfield and McCoy trails, how special this area is.
5 years running.
Yeah, 5 years.
I've been to North Dakota, to the Badlands. I've been to Moab. I've been.
You've been
I go all over.
places. Yeah.
Tackett Creek, Ride Royal Blue. We got up in UP, Michigan.
You'll soon come here, then go.
I love going here. I don't care where we go, as long as we just go to our 2 trips here every year.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciate you coming over and joining us, and y'all be safe. And listen, next time you come, put your meal on Billy.
There you go.
That sound good?
Have a good one, guys.
See you. Listen, that's what it's about. And we got to tell them, if they're racers, they need to go up 304 Motorsports Park. 304 Motorsports Park has got events running all summer.
Yeah, they got bracket racing this Saturday.
They're going to have festivals up there.
I think we might be venturing up that way before long, maybe, Darryl.
We are, and not only that, Billy, we got word there's a big concert coming up there too. I went to the Lee Bryce one last year. There is nothing like it up on top of that strip job. I mean, you want to say you was there for that next concert, because listen, you regret you missed the first one.
I've heard very, very big news that there's a big concert coming, but I was sworn that Doug would kill me if I said who it was, or even give out a hint who it was. But I know who they've been in contact with, and I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be the biggest concert around here.
There we go. When you sit and look, this area, you got Dirt Days, Hillbilly Days, 304 Motorsports Park. It's time to end people saying there's nothing to do around here. There is so much to do around here. We talked about mountaineer bait and tackle for man here. They set up fishing expeditions on these ponds, these anglers, these fishing tournaments. I mean, if you can't find nothing, we got producer KJ. He hits up the most beautiful golf courses in the area. I mean, you go up to Twisted Gun, Stonecrest.
And he can't even play.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but he enjoys the view. KJ, is there any more beautiful golf courses in the world than what we got right here in Eastern Kentucky and Southern West Virginia.
It might be.
I mean, they're beautiful. Like you said, Twist and Gun's not there no more. But it was gorgeous when they had it in. It was like Stonecrest over at Prestonsburg. But you got Raven Rock, and then you got Logan Country Club at Chapmanville's really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot in our area. Right up here at Clear Fork, going toward West Side High School. They got a golf course up there at Clear Fork. It's really nice.
I passed it a few times.
Yeah. So, there's just so much to do in the area when people get here, you know.
Oh, well, let me ask you this. Breaking news come during the show. Kentucky Wildcats landed Zoom Diallo out of Washington. Huge pickup for Zoom Diallo. Billy, my question for you, and a lot of sports fans in the house, who wins? Is it a better chance that Kentucky wins the SEC or West Virginia wins the Big 12? Which one will win first?
Oh man, after West Virginia just did what they did at Las Vegas, I'm really pulling for West Virginia next year, man. Kentucky has had a lot of people come and look on a visit and leave. West Virginia went to Vegas and won that new tournament they had in Vegas.
Crown.
Yeah, the Crown. And here's something about that Crown tournament. Will there be more tournaments like that coming up all of a sudden?
Well, they offered a lot of money. I mean, winning $600,000 for winning it.
Yeah, I mean, they put up crazy money, and in Vegas, that's not much money at all.
No.
So next year, will they double the money and double the teams? I've heard a lot of people talking about this. And what will it do to the NIT tournament?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's something that a lot more schools. I know Carolina. I think Duke's in it too, ain't they?
In what?
The Crown.
No.
You gotta be. You can't be in the NCAA tournament to go to.
But if you're talking about now, there's another tournament that they're having there in Vegas.
Yeah.
That they got the best schools in America in, and I know Kentucky wasn't in it because they're in the Malibu tournament.
Well, Duke, Kentucky, Michigan State, and Kansas
has
a hard time.
Classic.
They have a hard time getting anything.
Yeah, the Crown. The Crown is the one that if you didn't make it into the NCAA tournament this year, you could drop the NIT and go to it and play for big money.
Well, I'd say they about do away with the NIT because there's no money there, so. Why would you want to play in the NIT? Then you can go play in the Crown and have a chance to win $600,000.
Well, if that's what it is, you will see Duke in it soon.
Yeah, and you don't. And the thing about playing in the Crown tournament is you don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't play somewhere 2 nights like you do in the NIT. Win 2 nights, go somewhere else. You play all week long in Vegas. Cash that check at the end if you win.
KJ, in football, listen, I'll be in Lexington this weekend on Saturday. The Blue-White Spring game is going this weekend, and Chapmanville's Dakota Dalton will be there on a visit.
Wow.
Yeah, so he'll be down on the field on a recruiting visit. Who wins the SEC or Big 12, West Virginia or Kentucky in football? Who wins it first?
I don't think neither one of them does, to be honest with you.
If somebody says put money on it, first one to win their conference, who will win the conference title first?
The SEC's too tough, man, in football. I'd have to say West Virginia.
SEC's crazy, man.
In basketball, I would go vice versa. The Big 12 is the toughest basketball conference.
Yeah.
And I think Kentucky would have a better chance of winning the SEC.
I don't think you're doing basketball either. I really don't.
In Kentucky, we've won so many SEC titles. It's pitiful in basketball.
But here's the thing, though. When have they won anything lately?
Yeah, well, no.
I mean, that's the thing about UK fans. They go, look at all the championships we won.
Yeah, Adolph Rupp.
But look, when was that? And here's the thing. You've got a new coach at North Carolina that was an NBA coach. You got Michael Jordan's money behind North Carolina. You're getting ready to see an NIL budget, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
they just signed the #1 player in the country.
But they've always had that NIL money with Jordan. They've always had that.
They got an NBA coach. They got all the championships too. UK's got.
Carolina better worry about getting their kids to class before they worry about championships.
Well, they're talking about this NBA coach champion. He got fired last year. He's been on the couch for a year.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm a Duke fan. I don't like Carolina.
Well, if I was a Duke fan, I'd be worried.
No.
They just signed the #1 player in the country.
No, not number one.
Yeah, he was.
No, Tyron Stokes is number one.
Number one.
And he's visiting
Kentucky
Kentucky or Kansas.
Listen to me. You're all talking about Carolina. They just had a top 5 player come out of high school just decommit. Dylan Mingo decommitted yesterday from Carolina.
Now,
Yeah. Hey, you're going to look at an NIL that's actually going to win something. They're not going to be a $20 million flop like UK was. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a big UK fan, but Duke, Carolina, Kansas, and Kentucky is your biggest brands, and that's your blue bloods. I mean, these other schools, Michigan's coming up, but in today's world, man, it's whose alumni's got the most money to go give these kids.
Yeah.
But this new thing that Trump put out is going to stop that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it goes and passes all through, which I think it already has, there's one transfer rule. You transfer one time, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be,
but
anyways.
There should be a cap on this. I mean, there has to be some kind of money cap somewhere.
Well, they shouldn't be a transfer rule, anyways, or I can play 5 years in college, get that 5th year, and play for 4 different schools.
This is the reason now that the last few years you've not seen a Cinderella run from a small school.
Right.
Because this small school kid that's really good, he can go play for $500,000 to an SEC team that's in the bottom half.
Right.
You know what I mean? So these small schools don't have these kids anymore that can make that run. You've
Yeah.
not seen a Cinderella run in the NCAA, and that's what made that tournament special.
Yeah. Well, a small town school, they don't got the money. You know what I mean? They killed every small town school's hopes when he put that NIL in there like he did, and they didn't. They're like, just go back and throw money at kids. You got kids like what's the tall guy who just graduated from Kentucky like last year? That was there for like 3 or 4 years. Set the rebound record and stuff.
Oscar Sheboy.
He made like $5 to $7 million a year playing college basketball. That's just, I mean, that's crazy, man.
He's making pro money, and but right now, that's why I'm going to Lexington to the blue-white spring game. Is Kentucky just signed the number 2 ranked quarterback in America? Just signed him the other day, so I'm excited to go see that. As I mentioned, Chapmanville's own Dakota Dalton is going to be on a visit. He just come off a fresh visit at Florida. I think David Jones' son, David Jr., is going to be there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's something that if you've never been, a lot of kids are getting opportunities in the mountains right now, and we're very grateful that we're in a position where we're able to help these kids as well.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Darryl. I was talking to some people the other day, and they told me that they had actually sat down and started watching D&D and actually paid attention how many kids had went on there that we'd helped get college visits and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you know where I was at? I was actually in Prestonsburg. And they said, it blew my mind. Yep. I didn't understand that. And it don't matter from what side of the river they're from, what school they're from.
That's why
you guys put them in. And I was like, that's why you pay that. That's why you pay that sponsorship.
Yep.
You don't understand the time it takes to take a kid, break their film down, get their highlights, and send it to them. And you didn't even know nothing about your kid getting that sent there.
Nope.
Until that coach called and said, hey, Darryl sent me your kid's film. Why don't you write it down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People don't understand how many messages a day we get from college coaches. And listen, I didn't realize it myself until this past basketball season. When you're laying in bed and you hear that D&D Facebook thing go ding, 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 ding. I mean, 2, 3. I don't even know how you sleep, but 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I seen you something goes, hey, what's the name just messaged Page? Yeah, I know. I'm talking to him, and I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, people don't realize the college coaches from all the way from JUCO. And let me tell you something. It don't matter to me whether you play for JUCO or D1. I would love to see you play.
I
wish so many people would just look at these kids and quit going, he goes to Tulsa.
Yeah.
He goes to Lawrence County.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. He's never going to make it.
Hey, I hate to tell you, people from Lawrence County and people from Tulsa play college ball together. Start being in it for everybody instead of being in it for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Billy, real quick, that's why here in the mountains, that's why that our sponsors are so important. It ain't just because we can advertise these shows or we can take and do ball games. People don't understand what we do behind the scenes. Personally, since last August, I've put eight kids in the back of that D&D mobile.
I know you
and
have.
took them to 3 different colleges and got them off.
I know you have.
That's what D&D does. When you talk where this sponsorship's going, the advertisement, it goes to do stuff like that to give kids opportunities.
Listen.
There's one day that them kids will come back and give back to the community, and that's why we do this.
Listen. Me and my son went to Spalding University on a visit.
And Louisville.
And me and you tight. I mean, me and you pretty tight. I mean, KJ, we're on and off because he won't let me borrow his truck. But me and you pretty tight.
Yep.
We don't live 200 yards apart.
Yeah, next door neighbors.
And I got down there to the coaches down there and everything, great coach and everything. And right before I left, he let it slip. Tell Darryl, I said, hey. I said, do you know Darryl? Yeah, I know Darryl. He said he's the one that sent me Peyton's film. And, I never have told you thank you for that. Because I never knew that's how that visit got set up. But before I left, he said that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm starting to worry.
And that meant so much to my son. You know what I mean? That meant so much to my son.
It's your son was a great example. Not only that, we grow by helping these kids.
We do.
And that's the difference, And now, listen, Billy's become a part of it now for the last couple of years, and Billy's out doing work. Listen, I can tell you, there's college coaches when he's near them, he's telling them, he's like, hey, there's this kid, a freshman at Pikefoot, you need to keep an eye on. And that's everybody at D&D. That's what we do, and that's what makes us different than other media outlets. Is we have that reach and we have that respect from college coaches. So
that's exactly right. We was just at KC just the other day, KCU over there where our sons go to college. Just talking about TJ and them boys over here just the other day over here. Sanders boy, man. Like I said, he's on a few people different radar, but we just at KCU the other day talking about him just the other day. They don't understand that all the places that we go to, the coaches we see, the ones we talk to, it's constantly. It ain't just covering events. You've got to talk to these coaches. It's really helped a lot of people out that a lot of people don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? What we do. We don't just go stream games. That ain't what we're about.
We're a media outlet, not just a streaming network.
That's exactly right.
Makes us different.
Are we about ready for a break, KJ? Where we at? I'd like to get Keith in here.
When we come
back, it's getting packed behind us.
We're going to have the owner and operator here of Keith's Bar and Grill, Keith, coming up next. We'll be right back, guys. We're back here in Man, West Virginia at Keith's Bar and Grill. Billy Davis to my right. I'm Darryl McCoy. We got producer KJ. Coach Blevins still in the house. Had a good crowd. Had spectators. Had women's champ come in. Keith right here is the owner and operator here. Keith, first of all, tell everybody your last name. Tell us how long this place has been in business and how you come about being the owner of it.
Well, my last name is Gamble.
Okay.
And I've had it for 17 years. I'm fourth generation.
Fourth generation.
My great-grandmother started it in 1952. My grandfather had it, my dad, and now me.
So it really wasn't a gamble for you to take over because you knew what this place was and you knew how big of a treasure it could be before you even took over, right?
Yeah, and the trail system, by the time I took it over, the trail system was 9 years in.
Yeah.
So you could see that it was getting ready to be something miraculous, you know.
That's that brings me. First of all, this is a very unique place. I mean, when you come here, you got an outside patio. You know, you got Darsh music. You know, that thing I like too, Bill. You may not know these music machines, these jukeboxes. There's an app on your phone that you can control it and buy the songs from that app.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
he must not like my song choices because the many times I've been here, he ain't never told me that.
No, he did. Well, I don't blame him. If you're riding in the car with him, you would understand.
I try, you know.
But you know, what caught on to the craze of people coming in here and putting money on the walls? I mean, first of all, what is there? Probably $15,000 in here.
There's quite a bit. I don't know exactly what the amount is. It's ballooned over the last few years, but starting out, when I first started in business, my dad's friend wanted to be the first person to buy a beer from me. So he, the first dollar he gave me, I put his name and the date on it and stuck it on the wall. And then a trail rider come in and said, hey, if I put my name on one, will you stick it up there? And thought, hey, that's free money, you know. So sure. And next thing I know, 17 years later, here we are. And I don't think there's many spots left, really.
It's on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's literally on the ceiling.
Well, I want to ask
and it's kind of unique to look at because there's a lot of different places. I mean, if you look back there, there's Oregon and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Alaska.
When me and JJ was here the other day eating lunch, that's what me and him was betting on. Who could find the dollar from the farthest away. And I felt one like over that way, I think it was, from Alaska. And it just blew. I was taking a picture of it and put it on Facebook. No, I showed it while I was outside on live. Remember, and I was like, can you believe this? And people was like, did they say Alaska? And I said, I'm telling you, that you got to come over. This place is something you got to see. I mean, all the dollar bills is one thing, but you know, every time I've come in here, and I've been in here a pretty good lot now, after ball games and before ball games, it's always a really good atmosphere in here. You know, I mean, the food's great and everything. I mean, but the atmosphere, everybody is just so chill and mellow and laughing and going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just a local watering hole.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people, some people comes in, you know, and they want a cold adult beverage or whatever, and then some people just comes in to get their dinner, and then you got trail riders blending in with everybody else, and that's literally what they do. They just all blend in. Everybody gets along. How you doing? How you doing this evening? I mean, like I said, I met people from North Carolina, Connecticut. While I was already here today, when I was here the other day, there was New York and New Jersey was here. I mean, every time I've come in, everybody's like, hey, like, you know, like back when, you know, remember the show Cheers?
Yeah.
And everybody come in, they go, hey. I mean, that's about what, I mean, they're just, where they know you're not. You know what I mean? Right. It's just a pretty good place to come and get something to eat, man, and just kick back, you know?
Well, I got a couple questions that I guarantee you everybody comes in here wants to know, and I want to hear them from you. All right. First of all, as an owner, with all this money on these walls, do you ever worry if there ever was an accident or something about all this money being lost?
Yeah, of course, you know, I've got that in my insurance policy in case something like that did, because there is quite a bit here.
Oh, there is, Lord,
that's my retirement fund.
I don't blame you. Absolutely. I mean,
of course, I got a long way to go.
You still got the ceiling though. We're working on the ceiling coming back now.
Well, and the other thing is, here in the mountains, and it's calmed down over the years, with the drug epidemic and stuff. You've had to have trouble over the years of people coming and trying to take stuff off the walls, right?
No, not really.
No, wow.
Not really. I'm sure maybe once or twice it's happened, but
yeah.
Most of the people come in here, like
they
you said, they're good people.
Yeah, they're just,
you know what I mean?
They're just here to have a good time, man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I've been in here a lot.
Don't really have it. I don't have a lot of.
Yeah, most people,
like that.
most people that I've seen in here, they just come here and go, wow. They don't go, hot damn. I need that money. You know what I mean? They just go, wow, man, give me a marker. I was at the bar the other day with somebody, give me some tape, and they was signing it. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was so cool. I mean, you've got your dollars down here.
Yeah, it's right there by
you know what I mean?
By your knee.
No, they're gone. I put that in my pocket. I tipped that waitress a while ago with it.
Well, and that's why not only that, you got some gaming machines here too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah,
I have those in the back.
Yeah, that's something that y'all offer a great atmosphere. You got flat screen TVs all over this place, and the thing I like too is when D&D's at a local game. Y'all will put that game on the TV
we
for
do.
the locals to come in, watch. Especially away games if somebody wants to keep an eye on the man Hillbillies.
Yeah. And then my grandson plays for the Hillbillies, plays on the basketball team and the baseball team. I'm trying to convince him to get on the football team this year.
I heard that.
But right now he's playing baseball.
What's his name?
Lucas. Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
he's my oldest grandson.
Yeah. I heard that.
Well, and that's when you see, people come in here, all these trail riders and stuff. I know back a few years ago, there was a time in the mountains where we really thought this area was in trouble. And now, especially places like here, you're starting to see this place thrive. And, how neat is it to see, like, where, I guarantee you, a few years ago, you was probably worried about, whether, just like some businesses now, whether you're going to have to close the doors. And now you're seeing, trail riders, all day they've been people in and out of this place. And, a place like your place booming like this, it's got to be neat for you to stick through them tough times and then see it flourish to what we see today.
It has been. It's been a journey. Like when it first started, you were talking about just a group of guys getting together on four-wheelers and motorcycles.
Yeah.
Then you saw the side-by-sides come along in around 2010, 11, somewhere around. And then you started seeing couples come in.
Yeah.
And then you started seeing the four-seater side-by-sides. Then it was husbands, wives, and children.
Yeah.
And then now you see groups of families coming in together. And so it's been interesting watching it grow over the years.
Well, it's not just that. You got during the day, it's a family-friendly atmosphere all the time. But
Right.
we come in, me and my family come in Friday, Saturday nights. I got a girl that's 12 years old right now, and my son, he's 18 years old. We come in here and everything, like it's a bustling nightlife, but you also got a family-friendly atmosphere to where you still feel comfortable bringing your kids, and even after 8, 9 o'clock, it's still a comfortable place to come eat and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that was my goal from the beginning, was to have a place that was family-friendly, but that people could responsibly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally. I know exactly what you're saying.
Because we really didn't have that in this area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was my goal from the beginning.
I just seen a family just leave here with a little tiny kid. Just, not 10 minutes ago. And you've seen all kinds of groups of people. And we just interviewed a guy. He was from Indiana. Said he's here with 14. He said he comes here twice a year for the last 5 years, and this is where he eats. And I said, you eat here, do you really like the food and stuff? He goes, food's awesome. He said, but it's the atmosphere. He said, the whole group of the 14 isn't from Indiana. They met down here, and they meet back down here twice a year. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, man.
That happens a lot. I've had groups from opposite ends of the country that meet here. During Trail Fest, I got a group that's from Carolina that meets a group from New York, and they get together every year for Trail Fest.
I think it's awesome, man. I mean, I really do think it's awesome. And I think that's what we're about. We're small town USA, and everybody they come from all over the United States. Well, all over the world now, because I've seen them from other countries come in here and rent side by sides. I mean, I just think that's absolute. That is the whole purpose the Hatfield-McCoy Trail got put here, is for stuff like that. You know what I mean? And like I was telling Darryl, I'm in here a lot. You see me a lot. You're not just the owner, buddy. You busted here. I've seen you here time before you open to close. I mean, you actually run the joint. You know what I mean? And I really like it about you. You know what I mean? That's what I was telling Darryl earlier. I said, he goes, "Where's Keith?" I promise you he's here somewhere. I mean, he might be in the kitchen. He might be out here busting tables or something. But he's here somewhere, and I really like it about this place. I mean, you're at a great place right here. I mean, trail riders can stay right across the street. Like I told him earlier, there's a holler dollar right on the other side of the thing over there. Anything you need is right here, and you're right next to the trail. It's so convenient for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you got the boss coming in there.
Yeah. Who's this young lady?
This is my granddaughter.
This is your granddaughter. You like being on TV with Papa?
Lexi.
Do you, Lexi? Let me ask you this. What's your favorite thing to eat here at Keith's?
Oh.
Cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks. Oh.
Yeah. There they are. She goes. She got some. And I like the tater kegs. That's something y'all do. I think y'all do better than anybody. But let me ask you this. Ella, everything back here, I mean, I think your cooks, the service and your cooks, I think, make this place. They make you feel at home. But if there's one food item that you would put up against any other restaurant in the area, what do y'all do best here?
Oh, my goodness
Honestly,
gracious.
We do everything,
yeah,
really well.
Yeah.
And I can't say enough about my kitchen staff. Not only does our food come out tasting good, but it looks good.
It does.
When
it really
comes
does.
Out of the kitchen, it looks so good. And from steaks to burgers, wings, everything we do, we try to do it top notch.
Listen, I totally agree with him. And every time I come over here, I try to order something different. The other day I was over here, I ordered the burger. It's got the jalapeno peppers and stuff on it. It's on like toast. I can't remember what the name of it was off the top of my head.
It's a Outlaw Burger.
Outlaw Burger. Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm not a jalapeno person. You know that. Son, it added so much flavor to it. I mean, like I said, I eat over here every time we get a chance. Try to get JJ to buy me lunch the other day, and he left me. I mean, everything that comes out of their kitchen, man, he's got one heck of a kitchen staff in there. I'm telling you. And like you go to a restaurant, they can be 20 head in here, and you're like, oh, my God, it's going to take forever. Yeah. No, man, they're hopping. This place here is like a team. You know what I'm saying? They're hopping over here. You can count on quality, really, really good food over here. And it don't matter. Like I said, I've been from the top of the menu, from the wings all the way down. I've got something every time I'm here. And they've got really good wings. The services, they're always nice as could be. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many times you ask for a refill or this. They're just so nice with a smile. I mean, every time I've been over here, it's a really great place.
It is, and I always get the same thing. I get steak, a baked potato, and green beans in some sort, whether it's steak tips, strip, ribeye. But the thing that I think is overlooked here more than anything is when you take the bread that comes with the steak. It's the best bread you will ever eat. I mean, if you come here, I highly suggest. KJ ate it earlier. He said you wasn't lying. That bread, I think, is next to Texas Roadhouse bread. It's right there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I focus on is the quality.
Yeah.
What I purchase isn't the cheapest by any means, but it's on purpose because I want to have good quality products, good quality food, and it's easier to make good quality products into a good quality meal than to take cheap stuff and make it into a good meal.
Well, Keith, one thing I wanted to let people know is, first of all, we're very grateful that, the first ever Big D's Traveling Roadshow was right here at Keith's Bar and Grill. I know, probably 2.5, 3 years ago, you started seeing me pop around, and, I come in here. If I'm over this way, got a ball game during the day, I eat here. On the weekend, every other weekend, I bring my family over here, and we eat. Normally on Sundays, we come over here, and I'm not exaggerating. Every other weekend, we make a trip over here. And to have you guys partner with us, and not only, it takes a lot, and I know times are rough at times, but you never tell us no when we got a ball game. You always the first one there to support these kids. What you do here, for the community, with not only this establishment, but the support that you give these kids, I want to give you a big shout out, because you deserve the recognition, because, these kids, especially in this area, it's hard because you got Logan, Chapmanville with all them businesses. Yeah. A lot's on your plate, but you always step up to the occasion.
Yeah, it don't go unseen, buddy.
Yeah.
It don't.
So, we're very thankful, for the partnership with you guys, and, I just wanted to tell you, this is a special place you got here. I hope that, it's another 50 years. I hope you guys are here, because, we need a place like this here. And if you've not been here, you need to make sure you get here, because it's got, whether you're looking for a game day atmosphere, Kentucky Derby's coming up. I'm sure they'll do specials on it, or, you're just looking somewhere to get a good steak, when you think good steaks, people don't think go to Man, West Virginia. But I promise you, I'll put it up against any restaurant in Logan County. Their steaks, bar none, is up there with the best steakhouses here in Logan County.
Yeah.
So, Keith, I appreciate everything you do from the bottom of our heart, man. It takes a lot to do what you do and to continue with your support. So, thank you for bringing the show here, and thank you for supporting these athletes.
No problem.
Yeah, and now coming up, Keith's Bar and Grill. Do you got anything special? I know, St. Patrick's Day's already passed. Is there anything coming up that people need to come out for?
You're starting a country night and stuff, ain't you?
We're always doing something.
Yeah.
Just if you follow us on Facebook, you'll keep up with what we're doing. Of course, you got Cinco de Mayo coming up. Yeah. We do something for that. And then, like you said, the Kentucky Derby. And you'll probably see Yvonne in her Derby hat. She usually puts one on for the Derby. But we try to, make it fun, for everybody. And anything we got that we can celebrate, we're going to do it.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. And here's my question. Do we ever got karaoke?
We have done it some. It just depends, most of the time it's like spur of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
People get in here and they're like, let's do it, and we do it. You know what I mean? We kind of go with the flow. Now we do. We're gonna start doing a cornhole.
Okay.
Yeah. Every week we do that through the summer.
I like cornhole.
Yeah, we do that every week through the summer.
Well, that's what cornhole. Listen, you've done struck a chord with me. I love cornhole, but could we ever see? Do you ever host? Like local singers? Do they ever come by? Okay. Well, Keith, I definitely. I know you got a packed house back here, and you always try to relate to people, try to talk to them. So I'm not going to keep you much longer, but. I do, again, tell you a big thanks, and Keith's Bar and Grill is a true gem here in the Cofield.
Absolutely.
I mean it. When I go, there's about 4 restaurants on my book that I go to. And, if I'm over, I go to the Wood Booger in Norton, I'll go, a lot of time, my daughter, she loves Chiefs over at Logan's. And she likes the broccoli and cheese. And then you got Starters in Williamson, and then Keith's Bar and Grill, and that's where we normally rotate on the weekends where we eat. So this place right here, you keep doing what you're doing, because you got one of the finest establishments in Logan County.
appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I agree.
Keith, well, we'll let you get back to your customers, and we'll finish up the show, and we'll be back probably next week for some man softball.
Sounds good.
So, all right, thank you, Keith. Billy, one of the finest fellers that you'll ever meet.
Hey, that's my newfound friend, buddy. I'm telling you, I stop over here pretty regularly anymore. I mean, literally, he is just a great guy all around, man. And like I said, a lot of people don't see him, but they see sponsorship this, sponsorship that, Keith's Bar and Grill. They're like, I don't really think I know who Keith is. He runs his place. He don't pay nobody to run it. You hear them bells that everybody's heard the bells going off all the time. That's people's food. I mean, man, they've got some great food over here. But Keith actually runs this place. You know what I mean? Heart and soul, he's here every day.
You don't think that because when you come in here, he's so down to earth.
He
you
is.
would not think he's an owner.
That's it.
I thought he was the bartender. I honestly did. I thought like maybe he might have had a friend that run it or family run it. But that's it. I did not think he would be the owner for a couple of years until I got talking to him.
Yeah, I mean, you just think he's just a good old country boy, walk up to you, talking to you about something, you know?
Yeah. As we're wrapping up the show, we're going to bring Coach Vance on here to talk about our final couple topics here. But, you've been here all day, Coach Vance. Coach Vance, a true and blue Hearts Creeker here. The
Hearts Creeker.
Yeah. Now, you got your boy coming over here. You brought him, Jackson Vance. You brought him over here from Hearts now to man.
Yes.
That's quite the jump because Hearts feeds into one of the most historic programs in all of Logan County. Why man West Virginia?
Well, small school. We really like the small school atmosphere. Coach Blevins and them are wonderful. We just kind of played pickup ball with them some. It just felt like family. So he wanted to come up here and play with the boys, and he liked everybody he played with, and so here we are.
Well, I'm sure you knew you didn't make a mistake the first couple of times you come to Quiche, right?
No, I've been here before. We've got some time. We got family up here, and so it was just a good fit. So.
Now, have you joined the coaching staff for Coach?
Yeah, I coached this past season with him.
Okay, so taking Billy, Billy got to come over here, cover some of y'all's games. We talked a little bit earlier about y'all's talent here. Coming up, Coach Blevins. Why are these kids so lucky to have TJ, in their lives?
He's more. Not only is he a great coach, but he's just a great person.
Yeah.
They're family to him. Yeah. They're his boys. And you build those kind of relationships. It means more in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you're out of sports. He's somebody that they'll always turn to, and it'll be coach.
Yeah.
It won't be, hey, TJ, it'll be, hey, coach.
Yeah.
Even years after they played for him.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the way I was always raised. My uncle, Harry Kirk, he coached the Hearts.
Yeah. Legend.
Yes. And everybody that even sees him today, hey, coach.
Yeah.
And it's just family,
Right.
So, and TJ preaches a lot of family here, so we really like it.
Yeah, and that's here in Man. That's what you get. You get local businesses that, really back the kids here. It may be the smallest city in Logan County, but I promise you, their sponsors and their community backs their school kids and the youth programs all the way up to high school programs more than any other area in Logan County.
I come over to one of the Buddy League games this past season, and it was like you couldn't even get a parking place.
That's it.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
But that's another thing. That was another thing that kind of we loved up here because we moved up here, and it's like it's the closest thing to Hearts Creek we could even find. I mean, and I've been in Hearts my whole life.
Yeah.
And this, it was just great. I love the small community.
One of our owners, Ashley Dalton's from Hearts Creek.
I played ball with Ashley.
Yeah. Oh, so you did?
Yeah, I was a freshman when he was a senior.
Okay.
But I started as a freshman. We and him was on the same starting five together.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I played with his brother Courtney also.
Yeah. When Hearts Creek, it's known, some of the roughest and toughest folks around, but also, some of the most kindest and biggest heart peoples around from Hearts Creek.
They are.
Hearts Creek is an area, Billy, that y'all have been hit on tough times. There's not much at Hearts anymore.
There's nothing.
No.
And actually, like when Jackson was in middle school, like our gym was packed. They were a good basketball team, but that's just all you have there.
Yeah.
I mean, when they took our school away, it absolutely killed everything that was in it.
Yeah, we'll kill community in a heartbeat.
But it makes, what it does is in communities like that, Billy, is middle school sports are, like Birch, middle school sports are so much more important because even the local businesses, the gas stations and stuff, they rely on that middle school now instead of the high school. So that's why I'm dead against consolidation now. Like,
I'm right there with you.
I think we've kind of consolidated out. I think we're where we need to be. Let's stick with it and keep these communities intact.
Yeah. Because like I was a coach over in Lincoln County High School.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years head coach. And none of the Hearts kids went that way. They all went Chapmanville because they had the option. But who would want to keep, like, personally me, like you have a kid that lives over on Big Ugly, who wants to put their kid on a bus for 3 hours to get to school?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fun fact, they named that town after my mother-in-law.
Tell you another fun fact. He's sleeping out in the garage tonight. I got a camper out in my yard for a reason.
I'm already doing that. If you see my wife's belly right now, it's pushed me out of the bed.
Oh, God. Hey, Bree, I do not agree with nothing he just said. You'll pick on a pregnant woman. What's wrong with you?
Keep her wash it down, right?
Oh, God.
But listen, when you sit here and see these trail riders come in, listen, Billy's out here every day, and he talks to these local businesses, and we don't just get these businesses as sponsors. We try to find a way to integrate them with everything we do. We try to connect, the hair salon down there with the sponsor here, and and we want everybody working together because that's the way that we're going to thrive again. And people don't understand. People like Keith's Bar and Grill right here sponsor. All right, that sponsorship will pay for gas money for us to take a kid on a college visit.
Yeah.
And that kid, once he graduates college, he may come back and use that degree to help grow the culture.
That's it right there. Yeah.
And that's why you got to keep this thing going and invest in the youth because, and I know you in Harts Creek, that's what I always known you for was youth sports, and that's something that we got to keep investing in these kids to make sure that our area keeps growing like that. Because if not, I'm telling you, it'll go down quickly.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah. I think what y'all do are wonderful. I mean, like when I saw your post on Facebook, I told TJ, I said, man, we got to go over it.
Yeah. I absolutely. We're hoping to get back over here for another softball game. And, I seen you in the house, and I just had to bring you on and talk to you for a minute as, we closed up. And,
I appreciate it.
Hopefully, we plan on coming back over this way middle of next month. And, hopefully I can bring you on. We're going to be in Chapmanville, too. Maybe you can come on and maybe tell a little bit about the history of Harts Creek and some of its sports.
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
I sure will.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on. And we will, listen, keep that son in a gym, and hopefully we'll see him at a camp somewhere soon.
I hope so. We live in it.
Thank you, Coach. Listen, if you've never met Coach Vance, just an amazing guy. He knows sports, he invests in the kids, and he's one of the finest fellas you'll ever meet from Harts Creek.
He seems like it just by over here talking to him in between breaks. And you know what I mean? He's definitely 100% committed over here.
It is 100%. Billy, as we're closing the show up here, we will be tomorrow. Shelby Valley, Pikeville, one of the biggest rivalries in the Coalfields. We got Shelby Valley Pikeville softball. We got Kat Walters. What's the pitcher's name for Shelby Valley? Yeah, Holbrook. Girl's like a 7th or 8th grader, and she may be the second best pitcher in all the mountains. But we got that big rivalry game tomorrow. At 12 o'clock on Friday, we'll be doing Pike Central is announcing their new head coach. Betsy Lane has opened up their head coaching vacancy for girls basketball. Going to replace Corey Thacker.
Yeah, that was a shocker right there to me. Yeah, big shocker.
Corey went home. He's back on Lick Creek. So right now, that tonight's show, we wanted to take and, really talk about the trail riders, involve them. But as we continue to do this show, we're going to integrate sports a lot more in it. And, talk a little bit more about some of the sports landscape, but we also want to continue doing what we've done tonight. Bring in local heroes, local coaches, people that cares about the community, storytellers, and we want to make sure that this show is something that whatever area we go into, that the people come out and pack that place out and really just have a fun night out with D&D.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
And this here, I can't take credit for the Big D Road Show. The Big D's Traveling Road Show was all Billy Davis's doing, and it was something when he brought it to my attention. I was like, been looking for a way to give back to these local businesses forever, and this is a perfect way. And tonight has just got me a little taste of this, and I am stoked for May 1st at Starter Sports Bar and Grill. We're going to have the people from maybe United Motorsports representatives coming by. We'll have Steve and Jesse coming by, and we're just going to we'll be giving you the history of the Williamson area and talk about that area. So we suggest everybody come out that night. And Billy, you never know how we're going to give money. So if we say we're going to give money out, it could be easy, or you could have to do something. You might have to eat a roach, or you might have to throw a cornhole, or you might have to throw darts, or you might have to beat Billy in arm wrestling.
Friday night, May 1st at Starters, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild.
It is going to be wild.
Yeah.
They are already getting stuff lined up. The whole staff there is pumped about it. I've heard a few business people from the town talking about they're coming. I mean, I would really be shocked that what we give away that night.
Oh, yeah.
Going by, we might even give away a Dirt Days T-shirt. Original.
An original.
Original. We only go original.
Yeah. Listen, we can make that happen. These events, Trail Fest, Dirt Days, Hillbilly Days, we want everybody to go out Hillbilly Days this weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody make sure you go support that. There's concerts, food, fairs, all that there. Dirt Days next weekend.
Yeah.
Then you got the regatta coming up. You got, go out to these fairs and festivals, and me and Billy won't be far behind. I promise you that.
No, we're being and to book this. Listen, it's booking up really, really fast. But to book us, just message the page. We'll get a hold of you. We'll tell you how all this goes. But I know a lot of people have been messaging, wanting to know how do we book the Big D show. Just message the page. We'll get back to you.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Logan is beating Chapmanville 9-0.
9-0?
Yep.
I did not see that coming.
I did not either.
I really did not. I would have put money that it would have been a tight game.
I would have thought it would have come down a 2-3 point game.
Yeah.
But, you never know. Chapmanville's up the bat. They throw the rally caps on. And
you really do. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a rival game like that, throw it out the window. You know what I mean?
That's it. But congratulations, Coach Rocky Hall and them, who got a win over Sherman. Tug Valley Softball is one of the biggest shows right now on the diamond in all the Cofields.
Yeah.
Go out, check them out. Billy, United Motorsports, Jim Marr Services, our friends at Backcountry ATV Rentals. Want to thank Miss White for everything she does. She's got a story. I don't want to tell her a story right now, but she's got a story that I want to personally bring her on.
Yeah, I've heard that too. She must have got busy today. I got a text, but I haven't been able to read all my messages. But she's got something that you really want to listen to around here. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's something you really. JJ was telling me about it the other day, and it blew me away. You know what I mean?
It's everybody. It gives everybody hope.
It really does.
So Coach Blevins.
See you. Thank
we'll
you.
See you guys, Coach Vance. We'll see y'all next time.
Hey, did you get our bill?
Okay. But listen.
We've had a great time.
Yes, and we're running out of time here, but want to thank Logan Bank and Trust, White Eye Care, Logan Regional Medical Center. Want to thank our good friends at United Insurance.
304 Motorsports Park.
Yep. Missy Birchfield at State Farm.
Absolutely. Quality Metal.
Yep.
Don't forget them. Be on the lookout for a big announcement this coming week. Hopefully, if everything gets signed, a big partnership with D&D coming up.
I am ready. So, guys, May 1st, we will be at Starter Sports Bar and Grill in Wimpson, West Virginia. May 2nd, we'll be at Dirt Days. This Friday night, we'll be over in Pikeville as we'll be talking to Stephen Jesse and some of the past winners from the Dirt Days races. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And, guys, tomorrow night, Shelby Valley versus Pikeville right here on the D&D Sports Network. Once again, want to thank Keith here at Keith's Bar and Grill in Mann, West Virginia. Billy, some of the toughest people in America are made from these hollers and hills right here. So much pride, so much energy, and they really showed us why tonight. They come out and poured in the energy here in this place. Great show, great event, and we can't wait till the next time we come over here. Thank you again, Keith's Bar and Grill. Billy Davis, Darryl McCoy, producer KJ. Till next time, so long and good night.